Check the mic. Check the mic. Happy Friday, everybody. What we got in store? Yes. Happy Friday, everybody. How y'all feeling out there this evening? How you doing on Friday? Well, y'all know what we do. Man, we about to stack it up. What's up, Keisha? Keish?
Hello. Happy Friday.
You trying to smile over there?
I'm out of ziggity boo. That lasted for a day. I'm free.
You ready? Are you ready?
I'm out of that zippity doo land. It's no zippity da.
There you go. Chyna gonna join us a little later. She said she politics to take.
Yeah.
Y'all be like, man, I know.
Season.
Yes, indeed. Look here, y'all. We're about to get it started. And it's roll call time. Put something in the chat. I call your name. Make me call your name. Make me say, Beth Mikey, beautiful butterfly, Fax 100, Kimberly Ortiz in the building. Is that you, Joe? Is that you, deleted? Show. What's up, Laura White? Mo Retta, Mo Bad. My main man, Will. What's up, Karen? Andrea Davis in the building. See y'all, come on in here. Come on up in here. Tehran. What's up, Tehran? What's up, good people? I'm here. Sherry Core's in here. Tehran's in here. Joy Tracy's in here. Andrea Davis in here. We're going to do it like we do it in DC. That's how we do it. Holly, wait, whiskey. Wait, whiskey. What's up, Holly? Sherry Cole. Joy Tracy. What's good, good people? What's good? Now, y'all better be ready to get it in this evening. What's up, Victory? Is that Merlin? What's up, Merlin? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, y'all know what we're ready to do. Q-Man came through. Tressa. Jay Waters in the building. What's up, Josie Ferry? I see you doing what you do. I see you. What's up, Tehran? Okay, did I get everybody? Everything but the kitchen sink up in here. Up in here. Me singing. That is me singing.
You were singing. That's you.
Chido is in the house tonight. Edith, how you doing? How is you doing? What's up, Yvette? Vet. Hey, Gail. Good evening. Portia. Oh, in the building. Woo. What's up, Net? And Net. Jazz and Laughter is in the house. Came through to see what we do. You know, came through. What's up, Kim? Kim H. Liberty. That's a commercial. That's Liberty Insurance. Yes, indeed. What's up, Lillian? Your sister fell down the steps. Y'all remember that old school Eddie Murphy? Oh goodness, man, y'all are too little in here. Little young people in here. My goodness, man. What's up, Sean? Sean Camacho came through to do what he do. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Illuminating manuscripts. You know, good people, it just wouldn't be right. It just wouldn't be. It just wouldn't be right. You know, if we didn't shout out the good people over there in sponsorship, you know, the love. Because I feel the love. I felt the love. Hey, can I say shout out to my good Trees? Bing! Thank you so much for the love and sponsorship of Trees Bing. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We like this week. Oh no, we got Denita Joe and Connie. Hey Connie. Mwah. Good gracious. One incredible. Oh my goodness, is that Mel? Is that Mel? Hey Mel, is that you? Hey Mel. Thanks for the sponsors this evening, good people. Yes indeed. Yes indeed. Keisha, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing wonderful now. Yes,
Everything all right?
it wasn't.
Was it?
You could put. Hey, I can be that example. I can be that example.
You
I
gonna
had to make that call because we
it
in this. Okay,
always all good. It ain't always
yes,
all good. What's
it go with the title. I had to go to court
up?
Wednesday. That
Hey,
narc came in there like Mr. Rogers in the neighborhood. Like it's a
oh,
beautiful day in the neighborhood. The whole sweater tie and everything with a hallmark performance. I'm just so I'm just so sorry. And I mean, I love the little fellow. I want to see a child. I want to be in my child's life. I mean, I was like, I don't even know how you can just keep a straight face sometimes because the system is set up for the narc. Okay, it is set up for
who
the
could go? Say that.
Babylonian system.
Say
So
that again, please.
the system is set up for the narc. So they get the buy-in. Okay. Sometimes it's a different judge. So they're looking at me like, well, he seems like reasonable. Are you reasonable? And I'm just I still can't the performance
You
because
be
I
hey, look, hey Keith, you be wanting to say, Your Honor, for real, man. For
remember I've seen this man's
real, God,
ass turn into a
please.
snake. Like,
Your
this
Honor,
dude,
must we?
he be shape shifting. I was like, okay. And he came with a stack of papers. He said, she's sending messages to me. She's sending messages to my current wife. Mind you, with the same wedding ring on. Okay, same wedding ring from my marriage. Like, can I get the wedding ring that I bought? Same wedding ring, because that's how quick the transition
You ain't
was.
even ask for it back. You ain't even Your Honor. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm gonna need to interrupt, Your Honor. He got on my wedding ring.
The same wedding ring.
Part of the divorce, Your Honor. Your Honor, part of the divorce was him giving up my wedding ring. Your Honor.
You just needed to swap places. Like, okay, I just need this one to look alike, just a little dumber, a little younger. But the look alike, I need that in the pictures for my image. Like, all of that stuff, stack of papers. Mind you, it was only like one message. You know, you always had that one message. That's why
So,
you should never
so there
contact
you
it.
have it. There you have it. So he came in there with a library book,
Yes.
papers, like he had something to say, and
Like
he
I've
he had
been falsely accused.
all of that for one text message. All right.
The text message. Then he said, we're only supposed to talk about the child here. And you see these messages, it's all slander. 100% truth, no slander.
Hold it, Keith. You slandering the narcissist's good name?
3 months ago, I said, you got about six text. A lot of those are duplicates, Your Honor, if you look through them, because I only messaged the dude about 6 times, like passport question, yes, no, like, but that's what they'll do. So these narcissists, they are trying to get intel. Mind you, the narcissist didn't look at, I mean, narcissist, the judge didn't look at any of it because it was irrelevant. We were there to get him to sign a passport. We wasn't there for anything else, but they so deluded. He came there like he was coming to a criminal court case against me. Like he got charges to file on me. It's like, oh my goodness.
Wow, wow, wow.
I'm being slandered. I mean, my name is being ran through the mud. I'm falsely accused. I can't even send her an email without going to jail. I'm on probation. If you on probation for violating a protection order, you violated the order. You gotta have evidence in court. I'm like,
You
but
do
that would make you a
know.
ziggy fool. So I had to reach out because I started thinking like you get this amnesia. You get this dissociative amnesia because you just be so like happy, and that's a whole different frequency than they own. Like my frequency was completely off, and I got sick and everything because when you're not used to being at that low frequency of complaining or the narcissist doing this or being hurt and depressed and anxious, it becomes foreign. So I call like, I mean, it seemed like maybe he might be different or cool, or was I tripping? Because I'm sitting like, are you going to the place? And then he hung up. So I got mad like, wait a minute, we passing the BMV. Like, are you going to pull over? Because for 1 second, I literally thought this dude was going to do what the heck he said he was going to do in court. Under oath, Your Honor. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Like, sure, I'll sign the passport. I'll go because, and then he looked at me. I just want to see him. And I said I would even pay for us to go to a third party and it's somewhere down in the city. I'm like, really? Okay. Honey, whose card you got? 'Cause it's slim pickings with people
So
giving
so
their card.
basically right now it's safe. It's safe. It's
Yes.
safe to say. Which brings us to tonight's title, ladies and gentlemen. Lie, cheat, steal, repeat.
They, they are out of touch with reality. I mean, it's this dude. I'm literally, by the time that judge got done, you would think that I somehow violated him. I was in there. I didn't have the
You,
papers. I'm just like, I
yes,
didn't know we was coming to court today.
you call him out, you calling him out, and, I mean, he he he's having a hard time right now. He's out somewhere, went on.
It's
He
a
look, he
good
was married. He was probably already married, before y'all got divorced.
name.
And so that's the reason for no changing of the rings. He wasn't never not married.
I like the way this ring make my hand look.
Man, you know
And
something.
oh my gosh.
So, you know, it's something, man, how they have this incredible, well, you know what we want to say is charisma, and somehow when they go to court, somehow
They
somehow
just,
but you said it earlier, the court is geared for them.
yeah.
It's geared up for them.
And Satan got an agent for that. They just slipped right into the body. And then
They-
he comes like, "Hey, Your Honor, how's it going?" And they're real friendly. Soon as you leave the doors, everything shift. They shape shift back to the bitter beer face.
there you go.
It's like it's insanity.
But that's how it's always been. That's how it's always been. That's how it will always be. The biggest thing that I see happening with us is our refusal,
Hmm.
refusal to see it and believe what we see. We see it. Oh, you see it because you're living with it. So there's nobody here that can stand here and just say, I don't see it. I never saw it. I never could see it. No one would be. I remember one time I did a show. I made a video of it too. This lady got on here and said, "No, no, everything was perfect." You a perfect lie.
Yeah.
You a perfect lie to sit and tell me a narc. was perfect, then he wasn't enough. Because that ain't what we talking about. We're not talking about somebody you just had a disagreement with. That don't make him a narc. These narcissists are very, very particular
Yeah.
characters. Okay? They are
Am I?
very particular people. And if they don't lie, listen. If they don't lie, if they don't cheat, if they don't steal and repeat, then, ladies and gentlemen, you're not dealing with a narcissist.
You know.
You're not dealing with one. I
Yeah.
said, I said it. If they don't lie, if they don't cheat, if they don't steal and repeat, then you are not dealing with a narcissist, ladies and gentlemen. Because birds of a feather flock together, lying and cheating flock together, stealing flocks together. If they not jealous and envious, ladies and gentlemen, birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah.
A narcissist is all of them. They not just a part. Well, I'm just every now and then I might tell a little, just say something that just might not, that might bend the truth just a little bit. That's not what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
No,
And
no,
that,
we're talking about people that will steal your identity.
yo, I did.
We're talking about people that will lie to you about whose child it is. Yes, indeed. We talking about people that will not only do everything they can to destroy your life,
Mm-hmm.
but after they do it, become the victim. I can't believe you did this to me. He's sitting there, listen, you sitting over there in court in disbelief, and he's in disbelief too. He's like, I can't, Your Honor, I can't believe she's doing this to me.
And then we had to say what we did for work. I'm like, I got my own practice. I'm a practitioner. Then I'm a counselor, Your Honor. You a whole liar. Like, you the patient, man.
Me too, Your Honor. Me too.
That's because you sit in a chair in that office, but you're on the other side of the table. That don't make you the counselor.
Your Honor, she's that's what I mean. She's smearing my credentials, Your Honor.
I work hard. I do this. I provide. I'm trying to do this. Oh, okay. Okay. Like, yo,
And
with your one day, I work one day a week as a personal trainer. It's like so much stuff that you just be looking like, I can't. And you want to say, I can't believe this dude is just gonna lie straight under oath. But that's what he is. That's his profession, is a liar. My
listen, listen.
daughter told me, like, she's like, I'm trying to help you with this disconnect. 'Cause she almost 30. But she said, you keep looking like it's like a split. Like, you see him as like a pastor, and then you trying to see this other thing. He is drug addict. Like, you have to look at it. It's like all of us see it as that. Like, that's how it is. Like, you was in a whole different pond. She was like, it's a reason why I don't deal with certain family members that's on drugs, because they gonna lie, steal, cheat. They gonna do. They act just like that. She was like, that's exactly how they
They are,
do.
that's who they are, and we're so desperately trying to see something else. Ladies
Yeah,
and gentlemen, we are desperately trying to see them as other than what they are.
yeah,
And and you can keep trying and trying and trying. Ladies and gentlemen, it ain't gonna change. It's not going to turn into something different later on. It's
mm-mm,
just not. That's not what it's about. That's not who they are. These
no,
people have decided that in this life, and I'm saying it this way because I want y'all to understand, a liar, a liar speaks a language.
yes,
That is a language. And I know it doesn't seem like that, you know,
yes,
Hey, China, let me know when you're ready, man. I know it doesn't seem like that, but a lie. Listen, to tell
There's no
lies,
truth in
guys,
them.
to tell a lie. When you're an adult, to be a liar, when you're in a, you have to. It takes a skill, right? It takes a certain skill.
Yeah,
Now, for you to do that every single day, that's not a skill at that point. That is who you are. That is
yeah.
your language.
For it to be inscribed in your DNA, that they can detect
Your language.
that.
For you to be able to see the truth and with everything in you,
Okay.
negate it, lie about it, confuse it, twist it. For you to have the ability to just be able
Hmm.
to manipulate the truth
Yeah,
every time you speak. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a language. That is not, so, oh, they just lie about everything. That's their language.
their native language.
Don't accept, it's being shown to you,
Yeah,
being shown to us, but we're looking at it like, well, they know what they're doing. Listen, to them, they telling the truth. Look, man, listen here, y'all. I'm about to unload on y'all right now. To a narcissist, that is telling the truth.
yeah.
To
They
them,
believe it.
telling the truth. Why do you think they can sit there and look? They will look you right in your eyes. No emotion. And I'm talking about, and then we have emotion with the lie they telling you on how it's true. No, 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 baby. Baby, listen, listen.
He was wiping a tear and
My,
caressing.
listen, my real government name is Bulletproof. Okay? Listen, it's on my driver's license.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you listen to some of the delusion that they are speaking, listen, in order for you to be that horrific, in order for you to lie about everything, in order for you to be a thief, to steal, in order for you to cheat and just continue, that's who you are. We just have this assumption that everybody can do what we can do. Because yeah, we can tell a lie, but we know that eventually that lie is going to come back. We can
Yeah.
steal something. Sure, we can steal. But we know if I steal this, uh, something bad gonna happen to me.
Right.
If I'm jealous hearted, uh, I don't want to be jealous hearted because if I'm jealous hearted,
You got a moral compass.
it means that
That's
I'm weak. It means that I'm less than this person. It means that I see this person on a level like they're God or something, and I can't do what they do. So I'm just jealous. I hate what they're doing. So
they
that's
hate
why we
everybody.
think that way. But they are not like that. Listen, y'all, a narcissist doesn't see any, they're proud of their jealousy. They are proud of their jealousy.
Yeah.
They're jealous of you and they're proud of it. They're proud and they will tell you, I can't wait. I can't wait to achieve this, or when I get this job, or when I get this money, or when I get this, I'm gonna throw it right in your face. And they will tell people, and they will tell you,
Yeah.
yes, when I'm hit it big, I ain't gonna know you. They will tell you. Absolute, ladies and gentlemen, you're not dealing with somebody that it is what we would call normal. No,
Mm-mm.
man. You have lost your mind if you think that you're going to have a normal conversation with them.
They don't have the wiring in their brain. That's literally how the police officer had to tell me. He said, you have to get a protection order because this man does not have the wiring in his brain to make a right decision. So it's just, they're just like their daddy, the devil. That's exactly how the devil act. You think Satan was sitting up there telling the angels the truth to get them to rebel against God? He was like, hey, now we gonna rebel against them. We gonna take this over. How would you like to be worshipped? Da da da. And then they fail and he laughs at them. They just like their daddy, the devil. Lie, cheat, steal, manipulate, damage,
Something.
destroy.
I'm
That's
glad you
them.
said that because in order for Satan to be able to convince the other angels that they should attack God,
Yes. You gotta have a
you
slick
got to
decision
be,
tongue.
you've got to have that same gene. So it didn't start with Eve being
Mm-mm.
rebellious. It started right there with amongst the angels.
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
And then he did the same. He still do the same thing. He can sing. He probably was doing all of that stuff and shine. And that's how the narcs are. They like to shine and be seen. And some of them can sing, some of them can dance, some of them do a lot of stuff. They get a few little gifts, but they sit here and they still have that same character. They still have that stench. It's the kingdom of darkness, and they tether to it. This being in that 6 feet parameter, that's probably why they were saying you got to be 6 feet apart because they was trying to do their own experiment. And if you were around a narcissist, you too close, it's gonna interfere because they bring sickness. But that 6 feet do something to your magnetic field. Like we each have our own field. That's what God gave us. That's our soul energy. We all got a soul. So that right there conflicts with the narcissist because it's on a whole different frequency. If you attach to God, that's third heaven. Anything else, kingdom of darkness. And them, they're the underworld. So they got because they got a contract with the angel of death. So the underworld is like that would interrupt your nervous system. It cause the inflammation, everything, headache, migraine. Like I had an instant migraine. That's how I know like witchcraft was definitely attacking because they
But
use
you know
witchcraft
what?
when they talk.
You know what? You know one of the reasons you get a headache from that, from dealing with him, because there's something inside of you that is determined that I'm gonna make sense out of this fool. I'm gonna make sense out of this foolishness, and because see, there's an assumption. See, you
Yeah,
have this assumption that he's at home acting normal to his other victim.
yeah.
Current victim. See, in your mind, you're thinking, he gotta be acting normal. They still together.
That's how you would think.
That's exactly how we think. We think that they're at home in a relationship because they want to make us seem like there's something wrong with us.
Yeah.
You think, ladies and gentlemen, if you think they at home with somebody laid up and it's a normal conversation, it's affection, it's warmth, it's love, man, I want you to look in the mirror and slap the person you see as hard as you can. If you believe
He's
that,
in the courtroom here, and the courthouse is like, oh yeah, you making spaghetti, da 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 da. Like if he was talking to somebody, but he tried to make it seem like that. To answer somebody's question, in Ohio, if you got a minor and they need a passport, you got to have both signatures of the parents if they alive. And then if the parent, I've asked like through the thing, if they're not willing to do it, you have to get a court order to do it. And we went to court, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do it." He still didn't do it. So that's how it is. It sucks.
yeah, I said, yeah, Sean, I'm here to participate. Yes, I'd love to see my child, explore the world. Yes, yes, yes. And the minute he walk out that courtroom, because he could have signed it when he said he agreed to it. He could have signed it right there on site at the. Hey, we here right now, y'all.
Mm-mm.
He just going to put his signature on there right now.
Yeah. And you
Oh,
can't walk up and approach him or give him a pen because he's going to be like, Your Honor, I'm being assaulted. I'm being assaulted. Felony 4, like they want. They
Yeah.
want a reason to say that they are the victim. They want you to say something to them. A
Listen,
text message,
listen,
like really?
listen. They are the victims. No matter what you say, no
What
matter
you
what the
say?
police says, no matter what the police say, they are forever going to be the victim.
Yeah. I'm on probation because they believe her. I'm on probation because of this. Nothing about you on probation because you a whole sociopath.
No, no, no. He's not. He's like, no, I ain't on. They don't see it as no. I'm on probation. Because I like to fight my wife and stuff with
Right.
my fists.
Exactly. For
Whatever. And
them.
if you need to pick up something and hit her with it, then. But I'm the victim.
Yeah.
The one ain't agree with what I said. What was I to do?
Then this dude said, I was just trying to wait. I was going to wait another 2 years, until this is up, till this restraining order thing is up. Then I was going to try to participate more. I'm like, I got to relocate. That's I'm like, I'm going to have to
He
relocate
said I'm gonna participate with my child after this
after the
arrest
restraining order
is over with.
because it was 5 years. So I do this dude just trying to wait this stuff out
He just
before he wreak havoc.
listen. He's showing you he has a response for everything you can say. Period. Anything that you say, he's already got a response ready for it. He wrote it up. He's ready.
They will wait patiently to try to destroy you. But I grew up on MacGyver, so I know how to set the booby traps. Like I'm not playing. I would have a whole tree. Like you do that tripwire, you flying somewhere. Like you go catapult up out of here. Like you don't play with me.
Oh goodness, man.
I
Key.
will do some
Uh,
rigging up some stuff.
so what he's saying to you is, I know you think, I know you think that because we not together no more,
Right?
and because I'm married to somebody, I
Yeah.
know you think that I'm gonna try to act normal,
But this ring tell you like
but it ain't gonna happen. Keep doing it's not gonna happen.
people are crazy, man. They are nuts.
Not gonna happen. I know you think that I'm just because I got remarried and you know, and I'm gonna walk in here with this judge and claim that you
Yeah,
are the problem. Your Honor, she was the problem.
with the documents.
I got these documents, Your Honor. Now, this is only one text message, but look, I took pictures of it 10,000 ways, and look at this booklet of
But
this.
then apologize for doing it. He didn't do it, but if like OJ, if I did do it, this is the apology I would give you if I did do it. But I didn't do it. But if I did do it, I'm sorry that you were hurt or anything, and I didn't even mean for it to go like this. I just I didn't know. I was like this can't even. I gotta be on an episode of Punked. Like y'all gotta have a camera in here.
My man said, "Look here, okay, Your Honor, I love this woman. Okay, I never would do such on my children, Your Honor. I never would." Ladies and gentlemen, if they not lying, if they not cheating, if they not stealing, if they not jealous hearted,
Mm-hmm.
you got you in there. You got them wrong. I think you called it wrong because
Yeah.
all of that filth, all of that larceny works together.
Mm-hmm.
Jealousy, envy, hatred. Man, you know what they think when they see you wake up early in the day and you ain't mad about nothing and you going to your job where they respect you and
Yeah.
people like
And
you,
people like you and
they like you,
yeah.
man. that narc is sitting there saying, "Ah, you make me sick. I hate your guts. You make me sick." That's what they're thinking when they see you. When they see you the first time they see you in the day,
Mm-hmm.
you
And,
make me sick.
and you got the qualifications. They got to pretend to have that stuff. And when they try to use certain words, you correct them like, no, that's not really what that means.
Every single day they have to hide from you. Now,
Yeah,
up until they find somebody to play with that's willing to, entertain foolery on the same level that you entertain foolery,
yeah,
because we're not gonna let us off the hook because we entertain it. We gave it a place to play. We gave the narcissist a playground to play in now.
yeah.
Yes, we did.
My confused frequency is very low. I'll be like, I don't know, maybe it's very low. So he had to keep me in siggity boo. Like I was like, I don't know.
To admit, my picker was so broken. I just said, you know what, mama, I'm gonna let you pick the next one. Good God. I'm gonna let you pick the next one. I ain't even gonna try this. I ain't even gonna go out here with my. I'm like, hey, put a warning label on me. Say, don't let this man talk you into marriage. Okay, don't do that.
When
Mm-mm.
I first posted the ring, like getting married, my son drove all the way to my house. He was on the phone. I was like, hold on. I gotta call you back. He was out of breath. He was like, are you out of your D man? Like I was like, what? He's like, I seen your post. Are you out of your man? I'm not trying to be disrespectful because you my mom, but are you out of your D
Listen,
man?
I'm trying to tell you. I'm
It's
trying to
like,
tell you.
no,
My picker,
no,
my
everything's
picker was like my picker was as broken as those old. Y'all remember the old rabbit ears you had on the old TVs? Who in here had one of them old TVs with had an antenna, a rabbit ear antenna, and you be trying to move it every time you change the channel, and eventually you break one of the antennas.
understood.
That's how my picker looked after one of the rabbit ears was broken.
Yeah.
If it was right, I ain't even want to see it. If it was something that was right, I don't want that.
Mm.
No, indeed.
But they can
Loving a
alter your vision. Like they can alter like people who are into witchcraft and sorcery, and they are at some level either blind witchcraft. That's the ones that's probably just narcissists. But more when they more on that malignant type of level, they are into some dark art. So
yeah,
when they're in like that, they give that illusion. Like they can alter your perception and your vision and everything, like physically, your senses you would see them different. And sometimes you might look at a picture like, well, that must have been a bad angle, but that's really them. Like
that's who it is.
your
That's every now and then they slip out. It's like you be like, what?
yeah,
Yeah,
they can alter your sense of smell. Like you might not smell
look,
certain things, but
tell
other people around you looking like you don't smell him. Like that's so
man, look here. If they are not jealous hearted, larceny hearted, man, a narcissist, the one thing that I see with them is, one other thing that I see with them is that they want to have more than you. They want to have better than you. And they want to tell you in your face, no, mine is better than yours. No, I know you went to school and I went to school, but my school was better than your school.
mm-hmm.
I knew you grew up in this kind of house, and we grew up in this kind of house, but
Yeah.
our house was better.
He was abused the worst. I was abused worse than you. What's abuse worse? Like any abuse is it's painful.
Everything is, and we don't even see that as this person is a real competitor here. We just look
Yeah.
at it, oh, they just, I ain't even gonna worry about that. I'm gonna just let that slide, because that ain't too big of a deal. Yes, it is.
They come with that spirit of competition.
That
And
spirit of
they
competition, because guess what? Somebody that's trying to be in a romantic relationship with you is not trying to compete with you.
Mm-mm.
They realize that this is my teammate right here. You know,
Right.
isn't that what we've been taught to say? This is my better half. This ain't my
We
other half.
rebel, then we.
Because this person is better than me. See, that's how people speak when they love you, when they care about you. This is my better half.
But
Now,
there's no love in them. Like they cannot. One, we've seen the brain has no ability to love. Then when you look at this stuff, genetically, just looking at it just in a science perspective, like we see a lot now. We can tell a lot. Everything is spiritual, but we can see what we're sensing. So when you look at them genetically, it's in their DNA code. Like they have certain personality codes that one get them parasites. Okay, they got parasites, mind control parasites. That toxic plasmosis stuff that they said only come from cats. That stuff is in humans too, and I bet they have already done gain of function a long time ago where it can go human to human because you can get it through intimacy contact. You can get it like just kissing and all of that stuff. So when people are literally under that bewitchment, it's not just they're magically like under a spell spiritually. A parasite is literally then transferred in there, and that has to come out. Like the more you feed it with that narcissist, with those negative behaviors, with all of that negativity, the more it continues to grow and multiply and keep you in biggity boozling. But that comes down to like the closer you get to God, the closer your body get cleansed, the closer you detox, the closer you learn about parasitic cleansing and stuff. So you can do that. You can even take like half of it's a recipe with some baking soda and some mineral salt or some different salt, and you can use that and some distilled water, and that can do a detox of some of these things. But we gotta learn how to get our bodies rid of all of that stuff because the narcissists don't just poison you spiritually or poison you with just your emotions. They poison you on every single level. They
yeah,
poison your finances, they poison your physical,
man,
mental, your spiritual, they poison it all.
and they listen when they leave. They're leaving carnage. They're not leaving you in a healthy state. No, oh no. When a narcissist is ready to pack up and they gone and they out, that's a sign right there for us to see, wow, I'm really in an unhealthy place. I'm really
Mm-hmm.
in an unhealthy place. When they show us that, because when they leave, they're not going to leave you and everything in your life is going well. No, they have been plotting and planning against you the entire time. And they're saying, okay, I'm going to leave, but I'm going to make sure I destroy you on that job again. I'm going to make sure I destroy your reputation around your friends, around your
Mm-hmm.
family, around everybody
Yeah.
that knew you. I'm going to plant a bug in their ear, and I'm going to tell everybody that you're this hideous, this embarrassing, and you're this and you're that, and you're all of these negative things, so that when you decide to defend yourself, I've already planted the
Uh-huh.
seed in their minds. I've already planted that seed of you, and they're not
Yeah.
going to hear you. And
They won't.
that's one of the biggest things that hurts most people. When you back out here, you trying to explain to people what had happened was, man,
Yeah.
just shut up. Just shut
Yeah.
up. Because anything you say, it is not going to be heard. It is not going to
Mm-mm.
be respected. They have already stepped on you. They've already smeared your name. They're showing that envy, that jealousy. They stole your money. They stole you part of your clothes. They done sabotaged your car. They done went through your phone. They have done everything that they could do.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything they could do to destroy you, to destroy your name, to destroy your finances, to destroy
Yes.
your mind. Because
Everything.
if
And
they
when you reach, and it can keep you in a stuck place if you keep reaching back out. Like I had this ministry group, and I do reach out because I think you cool, and you kind of you grow with people, and you're like, okay, you might be going through something, so you're like, hey, I'm having a day. No, if they were affiliated with a narcissist, the way that they come at you is like, oh, if you don't get over this, you're going to be stuck like this, da 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 da. First of all, and then you got to get hood. You got to do the first of all. That's the hood way. First of all, first of all, nobody is stuck in the same place, because if you've been processing over a couple years, you're not the same person that you were 2 3 years ago. As long as you kept no contact, you actually did a lot of growing. Everybody has a setback here and there where they might get upset or they might get emotional, because you're human. You don't stay there. Don't stay there. Don't even do it longer than a day. Like the Bible say, don't go to sleep on your anger. But for the way that the narcissist has poisoned everybody that was close to you, and you don't even know how many people that was. Like it could be family and anybody, and you may not know years later that they were also poisoned. But everyone that they have poisoned, they will put you in a mindset of not being healed, or taking you back to when it first like fell apart, or like maybe it's just you, or maybe you need to look at yourself, because they don't it's like they have already made up in their mind their opinion of who you are. Anybody who know you, the narcissist
Made
won't
up in their mind.
poison like that.
Up in their
They
mind.
care about you.
They've already made up in their mind who you are.
Yeah,
Well, before
who
they
they
met
want
you,
you to be.
they knew their job and what
Mhm.
they came to do. Like you said at the beginning, the devil convinced the angels to turn against God. The
Mhm.
angels was already against God. Satan just went to them and said, "Ain't you feeling this way too?"
Yeah.
Because again, man, we have this assumption. We have this assumption about God. We have this assumption that God is this evil ruler,
Right.
and you got to do it His way. And it's the opposite of that. No, God, man, He set us free. He said,
Mhm.
"You free as a bird. You can do anything you want to do." When
Yeah.
He said Adam and Eve, man, don't y'all go down there on the corner messing with them fools over there.
Right.
Leave them alone, man. Y'all chilling over here. Where you at? We got, man, you got everything you need over here.
Yeah.
Don't go down there on the corner messing with them jokers over there on the corner. I'm telling you,
I
man.
even got a tree. I even got one that look just like that, but this one give you life. Just don't touch that tree.
Listen, Eve walked down there and on 7th Street. Man, that devil was right there.
Yeah,
Said, "Whoa,
it got me one. That's how they feel.
look at here, look at here. Who is that?"
Hmm.
And she like, what are you talking? You talking about me? Yes, you. So I'm talking good. Oh my, I ain't never seen nothing like you ever. Where you come from? What? Hold up, hold up, baby. I just want to talk to you. I ain't supposed to talk to you, but I'm not supposed to talk. Look. Who told you you ain't supposed to talk to me? Who?
And you know they don't never sleep.
I'm telling you, at the end of the day, and even after Eve settled, she over there talking to him. He said, "Man, I told y'all not to do it.
Right.
Told y'all not to do. I told y'all don't go over there. That ain't for you." Eve
That's how it was with the narcissist. He
like
said, "This kind, stay away from." We like, oh, but they
Eve
talking
said,
nice. And
Eve said he was talking to me. And again, she gonna become the victim. She gonna be the victim. And then Adam, yeah, Eve ate up the tree first. I'm telling y'all, Adam worse than Eve to me, man. He worse than Eve because Adam knew better. Adam is the man. He was not the emotional one. And Eve said, "Look here, Adam. Look here, man. Man, they
but
taught
you
me
got
how to
Eve
work."
there.
He
You
said,
got
"Look,
Eve
taught me how
there,
to work over there."
perfectly built. Remember, she's perfectly built. without clothes and an ingested desire. Okay, that's so different. It's
Well,
and
guess what?
like, where the fruit at? I
He
just,
said,
where is the fruit?
and
So if
Eve
I eat
said
this,
at the end of it, Eve said, "Look here, Adam. You better shit. If you trying to see me this evening, you better get on over here. If you trying to see me again, you better get on. You better get with it."
it's probably the choice.
And
Like,
Adam ain't even
you ain't getting nothing until you eat this fruit. If you want.
and that's what it was. He said, nothing you say till you eat this fruit, buddy. You gonna you yes you are gonna yes you are. And Adam said, "Yes I am, baby. Yes."
I don't know how cats do it, but
He said,
you
"I'm
gotta think about it. She was the most perfect built, most perfect look. She don't have on nothing. She pretty tempted, like that fruit. That's the fruit we not supposed to eat. Like,
oh my goodness,
that fruit. Just one bite.
Bella. Bella said 2 years no contact as of today. Thank you, God. Salute.
Yay,
I
2 years. I'm in
thanks,
a 2 year crew.
thanks, Coach. Couldn't have done it without you. Thanks, Chyna and Keisha. Hey, look here, Bella. 2 years, y'all.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say this, man. That is that's a milestone. Y'all know how hard it is
Yes.
to stay no contact with somebody. That means you gotta. It's just like being a liar. You, I mean, or not a liar, but it's
Like
just
you
like
gotta deny yourself.
all the time because you got to think about it. You got to be conscious every time that something about that person comes up. You have to remember first. I don't talk to that thing no more. I
Yeah.
don't know you. I don't know. Look here, yo. That's what no contact look like. No contact looks like. I don't know you. Who is you? Who is you? You know me? That's what no contact look like.
Right.
Do you know me? Where you know me from? Who told you about me?
Yeah.
Nah, you don't know me. I don't know you. Cause I'm telling y'all, that's exactly how you need to deal with them. Because that's
Hmm.
exactly how they dealt with us.
Yeah.
That's exactly how they dealt with us.
And
And
their children.
oh, like you ain't nobody. I don't owe you nothing. That's
Yeah.
exactly how they feel. I don't owe you nothing. You ain't nobody to me, and I don't know you. And if you run up on them when they with this other person they trying to creep over on with, they trying to leave you for,
Going to jail.
they gonna act like they don't know you. I don't know this. I don't
Put
know.
a TPO on them. I had,
Can you please leave me alone, please? I don't
right.
want to bother with you. The
Yeah.
same person that was begging you, the same person that was pleading with, please give me one more chance.
Yes.
Will you just leave me alone? Just leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
And we will sit there. Man, y'all will give the narc peace. We do. I did it too, man. I said y'all. I meant we. We will give them peace when they trying to cheat. When they trying to get with somebody new, and they telling us to scram. I don't know you.
Yeah.
We get out the way. We shut up and get out the way. Yes, we do. We shut up and get out the way.
We gotta understand, like, these people are not people we want to know. Like, really, when it come down to it, after the illusions and delusions, I mean, you will really, get the pollution. Like, they are toxic people. Like, these are not people that you won't even really care about what their ideals are, like who they doing whatever with, or who they, you won't even care. It's just we had a false reality from the start as to who these people were, what they were capable of, and all of that. If we known them for what they were, we would not have even talked to them. So it's like trying to even care, that in itself is still delulu. Like, it don't matter who they with, it don't matter who they talking to, it don't matter what they post. These people are out of their minds. I literally seen that in court, like delusional.
all the way.
They don't even cut it. They are in a whole false reality. Like I don't even think they see the same environment that we see.
My man Lawless, thank you for that super chat, sir. My
I
man
think
Lawless said, I
trying to
saw
join.
my ex on my ex Facebook profile pic, showed my mom, and my mom said he said I showed my mom and said, man, she looked down bad. That mom said, look here, man, she always looked like that. You just no longer under the spell. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're no longer under the spell, that's exactly how they gonna you gonna see them and you gonna say, well, they ain't look like that when we was together. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Oh, well, uh-oh, we got China in the back, y'all.
Yes.
China done came on up, came on through. That's what it do.
Hey,
Go China down.
I'm here. I'm here.
Go China
Hey.
down. Go ahead. Down.
Oh my God.
We got you, Kim. Thanks, Kim. Kim. Woo. Monique said it to
Like get China.
I said, what China at?
We
China in here.
was talking about the court performance, and Narc was like, Mr. Rogers, like, if I hurt you, I'm sorry. I never wanted that. Like, I want to see the little girl. I mean, I love the child. It's like we got this protection order. I'm trying to get around it, and I was gonna wait just 2 more years. Like, this stuff is so crazy. As soon as we left the courtroom, shapeshift. I still don't have a signature for the passport. I'm like, dang.
And that's after he agreed
In court.
from the judge. So you should go get the manuscript from that court date.
Yes, that's what I would do. Like,
Your Honor, he said this is what he said. Now this ain't something I'm making up on him.
that's what I'm gonna have to do.
He said these are his words because everything you say in that courtroom is
Under oath.
been recorded. Yes, indeed, it has been recorded. Everything you say in the courtroom.
That's why breeding with them is horrible. Because they would do anything possible, even if it makes no sense at all, to go opposite of what you're saying. The judge couldn't even make sense of it. Like, well, why don't you want them to have a passport? Well, I'm just not comfortable. I don't know if she'll like move out the country or anything. And the judge gonna ask me like, "Are you planning on moving out the country?" I'm looking at him and the judge like, "Are you really asking that question?" I'm trying to go on this vacation, but I can reroute. Like, there's other cruises. Like, we can go east. Like, it doesn't matter. This is too much. But they literally, would do anything just to try to inconvenience you.
Yeah, I had that issue too, trying to get a passport for my son. And they tried to say the same thing. And the judge was like, she's not going nowhere. He said, I don't think it's an issue as to if he should have a passport. It's the issue of will the time frames work. That's something you guys are going to have to work out. And so, they tried to stop him, but the judge made his attorney write something out and had us sign it saying my son can have a passport. They definitely tried to inconvenience you in that courtroom performance. Oh my God. I didn't seen the crying, I didn't seen the begging, and I'm not even looking at that thing. It's like, dude.
Sean, hey Sean, remember when you said you saw him and he gave you that big puppy eye look? Like you really gonna do this, man? You
Yeah,
really
he
gonna
said,
do this?
do you really want a divorce? Did you really want to cheat?
And he was serious. Like I know that me and my girl following you and on the show harassing you and everything, but you really gonna do this? You gonna do this to us?
Talking
Everything you
about
do us all these years we got. How you gonna do this to us, China?
talking about some it wasn't supposed to go this far. It went as far as it was supposed to go, and I wouldn't
What are you
change
supposed
nothing
to do
about it.
this for, man?
That's
Look,
what they say. That's what was like. It wasn't supposed to go this way. So you had a plan in your mind, like you in your deluded, delulu mind that okay, he probably thought I'm gonna divorce this one, I'm gonna be with this one, I'm gonna do all this. She gonna come back at this time. Like that's what they think.
No, 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 no.
They got a whole demonic script going on.
Listen, Linda. He knew. He said it wasn't supposed to go this way. You were supposed to be on the ground begging, please, please take me back, please. I'll do anything, please. And when that didn't work, he just was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Come on now.
Hmm.
Come on.
Yeah.
Mm,
And the
mm,
sad part about it is, it's like even when you do beg and you plead, they might be so made up. There's nothing you could say or do to stop them from walking out that door. There's nothing you could say or do to
hold
talk
up.
them out of the decision
Hold
that they made.
hold up. Hold up 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Joey Tracy said, Keisha, you need to get that ring and them teeth that you bought him back.
He had no teeth, man, when I met him. The other would get the teeth.
Donna, part of the divorce. I bought them teeth. I want them. I want them teeth. Y'all are terrible in this chat. Y'all are terrible. I'm sorry, Chyna.
Come with something like I mean, and the struggle real because the same shoes. Like I know he a shoe person. Like he love to constantly buy shoes, but he can't afford it because he don't have my card. So he gotta second
Keisha, you know what?
shoe.
Keisha, we're not just gonna let you slide off with that one either. Though.
He can't.
Dude, dude said sitting right there, man. You already knew it was a sketchy pass, but see, that's how he got you though.
Yeah,
Cause see, he knew. Oh man, she in the church deep. Oh, I got you.
that's how they
I'm about to
they
spit some,
try to get the
I'm
church.
about to spit some Bible quotes at you, and make
Mhm.
you feel more beautiful than you ever felt in your life.
And
And you,
people be like, because they know the word. If you've been in prison all them years, you can read the Bible, the Quran. He gonna talk to anybody. If they Muslim, he know the Quran. He Muslim. If they Hindu, oh, he know that too. He Hindu. He
oh,
knows all of the writings. He said he read the Bible 6 times, but he still came out the devil. I mean, he ain't
oh, man,
digesting it, so he can quote it, but it's gonna be a weapon. But that's what they do.
he was doing some charity work on that one. We're gonna let it slide. Listen, I ain't
Feed the homeless
gonna
and got everybody in there like he's such a good fella. Do you know where he get the stuff from? Like the stuff that's supposed to be all for them. No, he fills his cabinet up and then he gives whatever is left over. Like that's how that stuff works. That's a whole scam in itself. But that's how they lie, they cheat, they steal, repeat. Okay, they get a 501c3. They teach you that in prison. Once you get the 501c3, all your clothes you gonna get them for free. You gonna donate some, but you're gonna pick out the good ones first, and then you donate the rest. The food you're gonna get that for free. I mean, the housing you might be able to get something off the land bank, or he can live with somebody. That's what he did. That's what he constantly do. But that's it. They just trying to live their whole life on scams, swindles.
lie. Well, they don't have any other game plan. What, hold it. Lie,
He's just
cheat, lie, cheat, steal, cheat. That's
right.
that's a life to a narcissist. That's their lifestyle. That's not
And it's
just
like, well, I can't afford 20,000 like her. I can't get this attorney because the felonies. And then the judge really be looking like, well, he sounds like he's trying to be reasonable.
well, again, we're gonna be he's still gonna be the victim.
Yeah,
Shawnee, thanks for the super chat, Shawnee. Shawnee said the narc ex tried to break me. Now he mad because he blocked and knows I'm dating. Ooh, come on, Shawnee. Now
what's that for the
out
passport?
here. Don't be out here giving away what you know is mine. Please, Shawnee, don't do it. Don't do it. Say he won't sign for our son's passport now. Thank God for tech. For tech. What's TX? What's TX?
probably Texas. They probably got a different law, man. We just try to travel. That's all we need. Just
Chyna,
give me your finger. Like, shoot.
you muted.
Who, me?
Chyna, you talking? We don't. You
Oh.
mute.
I'm sorry. I had muted it because I was getting my tablet together so I could see the comments because I'm on my phone. But
Oh,
no, they love dragging stuff out. And then think about it. You know, you had a crappy life with them, and you creating this new life where you can do things that you always wanted to do, like take your kids out of the country. And
come
they
on,
not about to let you show them up.
come on.
Because think about it, they never took us out of the country. They never really did anything to us. That love bomb, what they take you over to the next city to a retreat, that's nothing.
Come on,
These
come on.
people literally do nothing for you. It's all
Come
a
on.
con. It's all
Speak.
deception. It's all lies. It's not called love bomb. It's
This
just
lie bomb.
it's faking it the whole time. That's all it is. And it's
That's
Demonic
just to
entanglement.
sell you a dream, a fake future, a fake life with them that you can cling on to. And that's what we end up chasing in the end. That's what we end up chasing throughout the whole entanglement with these people is the beginning, the lie. We chase the lie.
you chasing
And
that.
he went out the country like they would go out the country themselves. They would do all that. But in court, he was like, I wasn't even aware she took my son to the Bahamas. Like, are you kidding me?
But you know what? This is funny, Harry. This the new twist I just learned to this whole thing. Now that the divorce is done and we're doing the custody thing, we have a hearing in June, right? And all that time he was yelling up in front of the judge, beating his chest. Oh, that's my son. I don't need a DNA test. That's my son. Now we got to have a DNA test because he want a DNA test for his 15-year-old son.
That's what they do. They do that.
15, at 15, I'm gonna go ahead and chalk it up. You know, I've been with him 15 years. I'm gonna go ahead and chalk it up. It is. I don't even want to know if it ain't. All right, that's what it is. At 15 years with him, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and chalk it up, man. I ain't going in that direction with it. But
That's the first husband for the first four. He's like, I need a DNA test for all four of them kids because I don't know if they mine. Well, they're grown. You can like call their phone, ask to go meet at a lab, take their hair, whatever you want to do, and take the test. Like you're not an NBA player. I mean, nobody wants to even claim you. Okay, no one would know who you are. Trust me. But
Exactly.
nobody wants to claim you. But how you
It's
gonna say that
anything
even
to
when they grown?
inconvenience you.
Yes.
It's just to inconvenience you. He know that boy is his. It's just to inconvenience you. And if when they, especially when you in that no contact and they don't have no
Yes.
access to you, they want something to shock you. It's that shock factor they want you to have. And I wasn't shocked that he was saying he wanted a DNA test. I mean, dude, you done showed me that there's no bottom to you. There's no low you wouldn't
No.
stoop
no
to.
bottom.
So I mean, me hearing this is not like, oh, you're
Right.
denying. Come on, dude. Come on. Nah.
And
It,
China, you
it
know, if you said that, I know this slip past a bunch of people, but it didn't slip past me. Y'all notice that China said they divorced, but they still going to court about this.
So constantly be in court
I'm
with the
telling you,
narcissist.
listen, my divorce was fast as I don't know what, but that was all. It was fast because we was going to court for the next 2.5 years.
They got a court demon. They like court.
And gentlemen, if you think it's just going to be cut and dry and over, you crazy. You cray cray.
no.
I'm trying.
Mhm.
Well, look here, Rockwell, Rockwell. Mwah. Thanks for the super chat. Rockwell said on 4/8, made 6 months since the divorce. 6 months, y'all, since the divorce. And I just found out. You just finding this out though, Rockwell. Just found out a single family friend, friend of the family, they've been peeping your husband the whole time. He peeping her whole time. Something been probably going on whole time. Okay, listen. Cause see, we be thinking, oh wow, since we divorced, and they just met up one day. He was going to the coffee shop, and she was going to get her tires, get her tire flat changed, and they saw each other, and no, they did not. No, they did not. That ain't how it works. Says she has a surprise coming for her betrayal. I'm not angry. I forgave and blocked. So you know that's the best way to do it. Just say, oh wow, because you know what, y'all, for somebody to go behind you with that,
Mm-hmm.
and this ain't somebody you just dated. That's one thing we just dated. Ain't nothing serious. No way. Okay, it is what it is. There's somebody that knows your family. Family friend is what the term we gave this person. This Jezebel. I got some more creative words we're not going to use right now. But this supposed family friend. And now this person went and said, okay, well, he ain't married no more. Because they don't have any integrity.
No.
No.
They don't have any standard that says, no, I ain't going to date a family friend's ex-husband or wife. See, they so trifling. You so trifling because somebody hear what I'm saying.
Trifling with a capital T.
So trifling
Trifling.
that you at a family function. See, that's what y'all got to watch out for. When them family friends at the family function and playing so innocent.
Mm-hmm.
I would never do that unless it come available. You so trifling.
Yeah.
You ball. You so trifling. They ain't trying to go somewhere and meet somebody that's actually just single that ain't a member of the family that you supposed to be friends with. Nah, I like the one right here at the family at the church. We at the house. No. I like this right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my bid in for it. And then I'm gonna sit in y'all face. So how does that look? They out dating now, and the family sitting here like, wow, that little dirty little nappy head hussy.
They be in on it. I'm quite sure most of my family slept with my exes because that's how they do. They trifling. This is a trifling narcosphere. Okay, you would go to a cookout or anything. Don't bring them somewhere because somebody gonna do something. And then when they talk about like, oh, I think your niece be drinking. I think this be happening. When they say stuff like that, they all in that same pond. Like that's what they do. And
Yeah,
when
because
they feel like yeah, and they feel like you already up here, like you think you better than somebody. So to
yep.
them, sleeping with them or getting them, that's getting one up on you. It
Mm,
ain't never about the two people that's being intimate. It ain't about the narc or the whore or the guy that's the whoremonger. It ain't about neither of them. It's all about you. Everybody on here that's chosen, like literally, y'all have calls by God. When you have a call by God, the kingdom, the marine kingdom, pull you up on the screen and
mm,
they strategically place people in your path to destroy you. Like, I need you to take this one out. So you're the target. So when you had that narc then came along, that narc gonna deal with any and everybody that is assigned as a target to destroy
Yeah.
you.
yes,
And
indeed.
they love
King
people that we know because they don't really have to hide it because that person is going to always be able to come around without you questioning why is that person around. And that's why they prefer people that we know, like family and friends. And she's the last to know. His family knew about this person the whole time. And then too, I want to comment on the part where she said she don't know the betrayal that she have. No, this lady know exactly who she's dealing with. She was dealing with him while he was dealing with you. So there is no betrayal. He's with
Come on.
her because he knows she's willing to accept him and his cheating. And that's how she
Come
found
on.
him, and that's how she's going to have to deal with him. And so she already know what she got. There is no betrayal. She's just allowing it. Like I keep telling y'all, they don't go to nobody better. They go to somebody that's more easier. They don't like to be alone. That's why you sometimes see them with like ugly people. They cling on to whatever they could get because they don't want to be alone. It's not about the physical, it's not about the personality, it's not about the smarts, it's not about that person being dumb. It's about them not being alone because they can't be alone with themselves. And that's why y'all don't understand people that's already been around, they don't get that love bomb. They probably in the devaluation stage too. But the reason they didn't get the full blunt of that person is because they was dumping it on you, but now she have to deal with him. It's not going to be the betrayal that she's going to get. She's going to get that mistreatment that you got now that she's the main girl, and the side chick position has opened up, and he's looking for somebody to feel that part too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And the sad dude part, because they do that too. They
Oh
on some
yeah.
other stuff. They on some other
Come
stuff.
on. Come on.
Okay?
Oh
But see,
yeah.
the side dudes usually gonna be quiet. Men ain't like women. Men ain't like women.
That sad dude, when they go in too much, like, bro, what's up? And they doing too many body hugs. That's the one.
That's
That's
the
the one. That's the boyfriend. You got to watch that one.
one. And if you think, man, people, man, well, you know what? I was getting ready to say, man, I hate to be putting stuff in your mind when you get around your family and friends and stuff like that. But you need to hear this. Y'all need to hear this. Y'all, you got a bunch. There's some dirty, trifling people out there. They parasitic, and sometimes when they feel up, when you see them pass exchanging hugs, yeah, they saying little stuff in there like, dang, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, them
They,
little hugs. Oh yeah. Oh, these jokers shooting they shot in that 1 second, that one little transaction, they shooting their shot. And you sitting there thinking, man, I thought we was hugging each other, everybody hugging because we family. And the whole time y'all two are sitting over here trying to creep off on something extra. Right in your face. And I done told y'all before, they want to cheat right in your face.
they all being on it.
Right in your face, because when they do it right in your face, if you ain't confronting it, then they got the perfect excuse. Well, I'm right there. I ain't never been nowhere with that person not in your face. We right in your face. You think I'm gonna do something right there? There's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with you. You know what's wrong with you? You scared to confront it when you see it.
Yep.
You saw
Yep.
it. You saw it and you said, "Nah, I ain't gonna turn this table over on you. I ain't gonna turn." I done had one of them moments. I done had one
And
of them
just
moments.
and
Boy, I had
just
to back up.
You gonna turn the table?
I had to back away from the table and go to the bathroom and recalculate. I said, "Whoa, this ain't going on right in my face." No way. But see, I'm a little different because I was right and approached the situation. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's going on up under this table? What is this? Huh? What you mean, huh?
and that's
Man, listen, y'all, and yes, indeed, that was just the beginning of a long goodness. But let me say this. Nah, that's something for another time.
I would stop a church service like, hold on. I know you are not doing this in my face. Like, you really gonna sit there and put your leg in front? I will do that, and that's what they don't want. That's why they gotta get with somebody that they control that they know, like that person has to know about you,
That's the
has to know everything, how he did you and all of that stuff, because they're going to live in fear. Like if they got rid of that, because they think they got rid of them, right? They're like, if they got rid of that one, if I speak up, then they're going to get rid of me. That's how the narc get them, because everything was a lie from the beginning. They didn't tell them no, they got the person got hip to their shenanigans and they got put out, and police and CPS and all that was involved. That's not the story the new supply got. The new supply got a story like, I'm just so tired of this, and I know she might seem polished, or I know he might seem like he got it together, but he crazy for real. I just been going through it. So they trying their hardest not to do anything out of their character or whatever they have put in their little book, their diluted book. So they're not gonna say something when they see them hugging their friends, when they see them buying their friends furniture, when the friend is moving next door and all of that stuff. They're not gonna say nothing. They're gonna be like, oh, and fake smile. But that person's screwing them. They screwing all of them. The
And
friends,
one
the everybody that come through.
And one thing y'all don't understand either is it's not even just them running over there telling that new person things. These people literally will have that person on the phone while y'all are arguing. They will provoke an argument and call that person on the phone and let them hear. And how they do stuff is like they'll ask you a question and you could have possibly called them out their name. And they'll be like, but didn't you call me a B? Then you call me and you be like, yeah. And they'll overtalk you when you try to explain why. Because they just want that part that yes, you admitted to calling them a B, but they don't want the person to know that they provoked you into that. Because
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, this man has provoked me to really just want to put hands on him. And they will get you to that point, man. I swear.
hands on the
If
gun. Boy, man. Where's the holy water? Where is the holy water?
Hey, I gotta keep it real. I'ma always keep it real with y'all.
You always see that Dave Chappelle would keep it a real go wrong. That's in court. Keeping
He
it.
was on this joke.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I get the honor. I got to keep it real. I did say he had a demonic cult because he does. I did say he was the whole P word, that messing with the youngins, because he is. Like I
man, I
did
have
say those
called him the
things.
whole B
Like,
word because he was acting like a whole B word. That's why he was the B word.
yes,
Oh well,
I'm
yeah.
yes.
not gonna lie.
I've used that term. I've used that term. Yes, I have.
Yes, I did say he had a whole demonic covenant, because that is 100% true. You could say I'm hyper religious or whatever you want to call it, but that is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, Your Honor.
That's
Nothing,
what I told y'all. I ain't
nothing
never
but the
finna
truth.
get on here and act like I'm perfect. I ain't never finna get on here. It's just that until the statute of limitations run out on certain things, just know I ain't not a word. Just know I ain't innocent.
Nothing but them last. Nam last.
Nobody perfect. We really love God, though, deeply. I really do. Like, that is so true.
It's real out here right now this evening. Lisa Layla. Lisa Layla. Mwah. Thanks for the super chat, Lisa. Lisa said, I have court I have I have court divorce settlement hearing on Monday. And I'm nervous. Any suggestions? I do know why I'm nervous to face him. Are you trying to say I don't know why I'm nervous to face? Because you probably ain't seen him in a minute, you
Them demons
know, and
got
you
them demons.
place where you realize this is. And I'm gonna say that I was nervous when I was getting divorced too, yo.
Mhm.
I was, because you're going into even though, and listen, this is something that is normal
Yeah.
when you're going into a court building. And you're not going in there for something that feels good, something that's loving, something that's nice, something
Mhm.
that makes you feel wonderful. Excuse me. There is a lot of anxiety around that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So don't go in there thinking you're supposed to be cool. Because if you was cool, then shoot, you wasn't really in love with that person in the first place. You was on something else the whole time.
Yeah.
You're supposed to feel some type of way when you get divorced. Okay, and I'm saying as the train wreck that I call, I don't even call it a marriage. I'm just gonna call it entanglement, like Jada said. But that tragedy is still, and not only was it difficult, and it was not good. It was horrible, and it still did not feel good going into that courtroom and listening to that judge. And I still, it was a part of me. Good God, I'm giving y'all this. It was a part of me that still wanted that train wreck to stay together. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I don't know where that came from. It was a part of me that still wanted somehow this need to work out, man. Can we please just get back and work this out and fix this? Because guys, that's the normal, that's how our minds are programmed. We're programmed to be with one person and stay with them. We're not
Yeah.
programmed with this new program out here. These devils got us on.
And then it's so much fear of the unknown. You don't know what they gonna bring. You know, they're gonna probably try to this person. You don't know what they might do. So that's like all fear is in the gut. So a lot of times you'll get like the bubble guts and all of that stuff because of fear. So you want to make sure that you kind of, probably eat some crackers or something. But you want to, it's to be expected. Like that was the worst day ever. One of the worst days of my life was that whole court divorce stuff because it's like you feel like such a hole is ripped out of you, even though it needs to be. And the way they give an Oscar performance, so please do not go in there without a lawyer. Like you really have to have an attorney. That attorney like have to prepare you. Like I really feel like that was so much in my best interest because of the performance that person can give. But the attorney he had everything all together. He knew about narcissistic abuse and sociopath. This dude was certifiably diagnosed. He was like, after this, no matter what you do, that guy kept leaving so many messages on his voicemail as if that was his attorney. He was like, don't ever, 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 ever put yourself back in that situation. That dude is crazy.
And that, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all my experience with the divorce. Like I said, it took me a month to just say I'm done. But like I said, I went dark. I didn't look at social media or any of that because I found Harry. And so I believed everything he said and started, doing everything that he said and went no contact. And the part for me was when you got this information, your stomach sink in when you go back and see this person because now you know what you're dealing with.
Come on,
And you don't know how to deal with it. And you now see that person in a whole new light.
come on,
And you're not seeing a person not just for what they did to you. You like, damn, I don't love this person. I don't know who this person is.
come on,
And that's what was getting me because now it was game time for me to try to, work this whole situation knowing what I was dealing with. I wasn't experienced at first dealing with this. I tell you, my emotions were in check, that I could not be triggered. But to just know what you're dealing with and you see them for the first time after getting this information, that definitely will make your stomach drop and that will make you nervous. And then to watch it play out as you learned, that's even more disturbing. So that's what it was for me, just having this information and seeing it play out. It was like I was like a deer in the headlights, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, dang, this is really real. This is really happening. So my focus was not on, dang, I'm getting a divorce. I was happy. I'm the one filed for the divorce. He didn't file for it. I did. I wanted that divorce. But to see him after knowing all this, it's like you see him as the devil. You don't see him as human. You see the devil sitting in that chair. And that's scary.
That's
that's
what they
right.
are. The
And
devil. That's
even
what
though,
they
even though I felt like I felt some type of way getting a divorce, because see, it wasn't about feeling for her. It wasn't like I'm just tripped out because I'm so in love with her, because no, that's not the case at all. Because I actually was the one who was filing for the divorce. Now she beat me to the courthouse.
That's what they do.
I said, listen, this is how she got me. This is how she got me. This is that fog at the end. I
Yeah.
said, okay, this is it. This is it. You know, this is I'm gonna go ahead down the courthouse on Thursday, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And it was a conversation, and this was on Tuesday. Yeah, Wednesday, she was at the courthouse. It didn't honestly. It didn't bother me because I was like, well, cool. I ain't had to pay that $75 court fee, whatever.
Even a divorce is a competition. Who goes down first?
Exactly. And at the end of the day, for me, see, I know for her, it was about she got to be able to tell people she divorced me. She got to,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's the only way you could justify that craziness going on with her. But at the end of the day, I was just like, man, I was feeling just like what's that song? Chrisette Michelle. That song she got, man, blame it on me.
Yes.
Say it's my fault. Say whatever you got to say, as long as you say it's over. As long as when we get out this courtroom, this
Yeah.
monstrosity is done. It's no, we're not gonna pass go. We're not collecting no $200. It's done. It's over, and it ain't ever coming back. As long as it's done with, as long as I don't have to ever deal with this craziness. It's never going. So, and I'm saying all that to say, Lisa, yeah, you feel like that. You're gonna feel some type of way because you ain't seen the person, and when you see them, you gonna have these butterflies. Man, you better remember what you was in when you was there. You better remember.
Yeah.
Things that got me through all of this were, I remember. I told y'all years ago, you better learn how to trust that narcissist. You better learn how to trust what you see. They
Yeah.
show you with everything you need to see. You better learn how to trust it. I trust her. I trust her that mouth is the worst thing you ever want to hear in your life. It don't tell no truth. What you think? You think they just met somebody else and they start telling the truth? You must be crazy.
With a straight face
Listen,
on the altar. They will lie in the pulpit. I'm telling you.
no cut cards with it, no cut cards with them. Everything coming from that vessel is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember what it felt like sleeping in a bed with somebody and it ain't nothing but hostility in the air.
Yeah.
Supposed to go to bed feeling like that. I remember saying in this this chaos at the beginning, let's not go to bed angry with one another. Good God, I said something crazy like that to that devil.
It was so much wickedness in that church. Me
Listen,
and the children got put out with a plague of
go to
fleas.
bed, and when you go to bed, it's going to be show enough chaos. It ain't gonna feel right, and they gonna do it on purpose so that you can't sleep. I remember nights sitting up trying to talk to this person, trying to rationalize. You literally up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You damn near begging them. Can you just be reasonable? Just be reasonable. And they
Because,
say, look, I got you. And you got to be crazy if you think I'm going to be reasonable with you. If you think that I am going to just be a normal person just because you can't sleep. I know you can't sleep. I'm the one that got you up at 4 o'clock in the morning explaining why Why you left the milk, or why the milk wasn't left out of the refrigerator like it was supposed to have been?
You
That's
Yes.
just let the kids touch the thermostat. So
they
you don't
love.
care if they touch the thermostat. You don't care. So no, yes, no. You don't care. You don't care if they leave the heat on. You don't care. So bills, the money don't matter to you. Do it. Money don't matter. Okay, okay. So that's how you feel. I knew you was bad with money. You was still trying to think like, am I
And
not
he
sleeping
gonna sit
enough?
there and watch you go through that. He gonna
Yeah.
watch you go through it and sit there,
Yeah.
and you know what he gonna say? Man, do we gotta? Can we just drop this? And you're like, hold it. Are we not on a budget here? Can we just let it go? Can you just let it go when we go to sleep, please? I'm trying to sleep, and all you want to do is argue. I don't want to argue. And then they know you getting ready to cut into them about this. This somebody turned the heat up. He know you about to cut into him, so he already got his little act together before you say something. Oh my God! No, we can't talk tonight. Not tonight. Okay? No, not tonight. I'm tired. I got a headache. It was a long day at work. Oh my God! And then you want to
See,
argue? I don't know.
see, but Harry, they argue with you during those witching hours is because that's when they can't sleep. So they need that chaos. And
Come on,
it's like giving a baby a bottle. Because soon as you know they get you where they want, it's like they put their thumb in their mouth and they go to sleep.
come on.
They're tired now. They use you for that chaos because those are the hours that they cannot sleep. And instead of dealing with their demons, they rather deal with the argument with you than to have to deal with, because those demons that they attack, and y'all too, I mean, y'all think these people don't have a conscience. They do. As long as there's a God, everybody's going to have a conscience. But are they going to have feelings for you for what they did? No. These people never are sorry as long as they don't get caught. When they get caught, that's when they're sorry. That's when they want to apologize.
There you
And
go.
it's not for what they did. They're sorry because they got caught.
That's all.
And so, and that's why, these people, they literally do have a conscience, because God puts that on their
Come on,
conscience, what they did to
come
people.
on.
And they just choose not to care about what they did to people because it brings them peace.
There you
Our misery, our suffering brings them peace in the time of their suffering, because they're continuously screaming in their heads against those demons that they are fighting. These people have done decades of stuff to people. They
mm,
have so many victims overplaying in their
come on,
head, and they
come on,
have some that they have done far worse,
come
and
on.
they thinking about that. And instead of going to get help to talk about it, they rather abuse somebody because they don't want to take the blame for what they did to
Come
people.
on. They listen, ladies and gentlemen. Did y'all catch that part when Chyna just said they've done this kind of dirt to everybody, and some people got it worse than you did. They not just in there dealing with people. People, listen, man. I know they don't look like that cartoon character with the red pantyhose on and the horns out their head and whatnot. I know they don't look like that, but you're dealing with the devil.
Yeah.
The actions, their actions show you who they are,
Yeah.
just like your actions show them who you are. That cruddy, dirty bum did everything they could to destroy you. And now they looking at you like, oh, you gonna let me be the victim? You gonna let me be the victim too? I destroyed your finances. I destroyed our family.
Yes. The
Yeah,
stuff they do to their children is just ridiculous. But they don't have a that the moral compass is like a part in there, like the conscience is like burnt out, like it's seared. The Bible called it a seared conscience, but spiritually they're dead. Like when you're born again, you're spiritually alive, because he talk about that. So when you're spiritually dead, you are under an enslavement of the kingdom of darkness. So they are enslaved to it. That's their ruling power. So all of their intel, all of their everything that they do in life is characteristic of the kingdom of darkness, and they have to feed that kingdom. So when they feed that kingdom, because your soul is a portal between the spirit realm and the natural, that soul energy has to go to the kingdom of darkness so they can live. They live off soul energy, but they don't have it. They're depleted, so they have to get it from bodies. So that's why they collect souls. They go, it's, they're energy vampires. That's what psychology call it. But they're really like vessels, priests for the kingdom of darkness, for the devil. Just like we're priests for God. What we do, we win souls, but God is our source. So instead of us having to feed God, God feeds us. But for the kingdom of darkness, it's reversed. They have to feed the devil and his demons, like they have to feed them. So that when they have chaos, chaos and iniquity, all of it goes together, but chaos is an energy. And that energy, they can cipher that, transfer, and they can get it to the kingdom of darkness and get commerce, or else those demons will torment them. They won't be able to sleep. The Bible said the wicked can't sleep unless they cause one person to fall, a righteous one to fall, especially because the demons are on them. They're giving them migraines, they doing stuff to them at night, violating them. So they have to spark that argument with you because it gets that energy, like it give a chaotic anger energy, and then they can destiny swap. They can steal a blessing. Like if you argue or go out, because the devil know the law. He say don't strife, don't do all of that. So when you engage and that's why they sit back and smirk, because that spirit know, like, I just got your destiny. That's what their assignment is. Always to steal, kill, destroy. So you probably had blessings coming, unclaimed funds, whatever blessing was coming your way, and that argument just straight stole it and destiny swapped it. So that's why they have to, like, you can't sleep because you vulnerable when you fatigue and tired. So that's why they have to do that stuff. It's crazy, but we have to know spiritual warfare when engaging with these things, because the enemy got so many of them lined up, from relational to governmental. This stuff is crazy,
Governmental. Woo.
crazy,
We ain't go. We ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go government.
crazy. Okay,
Boy, oh boy, my man is running a scam on the whole country right now. He just running the whole scam. Got everybody guessing when is this going, when that going, and what's happening, and this and the whole time they stealing all of
and
all
it's creating a
of
fear. Like this is a fear and anxiety, and they're trying to release two more viruses. So if everybody is upset, this is how the pattern works. You get fear and anxiety in from people losing their jobs, losing income, all this stuff, and then you got the war happening, more fear and anxiety, and then at that time, release this virus. And one of them called the Hada virus or something like that. That actually means a dead spirit. Like when you look, it's a deity. They name these off of deities. So if a dead spirit gonna connect to somebody, where the real person gonna go? Like people have to think like this because this is how they think in the elite because they in the occult.
and listen, y'all gonna see.
Some zombies.
See, we all gonna see. These jokers gonna get so rich off this one. They doing it right now. They doing it right now. And
The Narcs don't turn. They gonna turn into zombies. Okay.
this is the thing. This is the thing that I want everybody to understand. Something that is sure enough, another thing that sure enough ain't never happened. Everybody's waiting for the rapture. Everybody waiting for the sky to fall.
They are.
This joker know that. Joker know you waiting for the sky to fall. And he's sitting there saying, yeah, yeah, yeah. We getting closer. Look, it's still working. It's still working. Look at them. They scared to death. What they do the first time to make everybody get that shot? They say, look, we're gonna have to run alive some people. They're not just gonna take the shot. You got to
Oh.
run alive a whole bunch of people. And once they
Mhm.
see that happening, oh, they gonna line up for that shot. Most of them will.
And it was nothing but a scarce city because I'm gonna tell you, I had high blood pressure, and they saying people like me catch COVID. Oh, we gonna DIE for sure. And I'm gonna tell you, COVID came out and was it November of 19? God, look at me of 2020 or 2019. I
Mm-hmm.
caught COVID when it first came out, and they didn't know nothing about it, and it really didn't even have me how they said that it was gonna have people. They I had it when they were talking about just giving people asthma pumps, telling people don't come to the hospital. They told me don't come. They just prescribed me a asthma pump and told me to isolate myself. That's I mean, and I had it, and all I had was the cough. I had that cough persist after, I recovered from COVID. And, it was just all to scare people and,
Hmm.
to distract us from what they really had going on. And that's the point now. I really don't want to talk about politics because I just left that
Yeah.
resistance dinner that they just had, the Democrats had for that. And that's all I was hearing. And I'm so tired of hearing that man's name. I swear to God, I can't take it. I don't want to hear his name again tonight.
Yeah.
That's all they were. I just left for dinner for that. That's why I came on late. I mean, this world is in chaos. I
It
mean,
is the
we
whole
have,
world.
But it's in organized chaos.
Hmm.
Listen, man.
They
We
really want to usher in the kingdom of dark. These viruses are not. They're all. If people understood spiritual warfare and how in the kingdom of darkness, everything is named after their deity. Even the Omicron. These things are not what people think. Satan has a cough. So anything that comes from his world, he's going to give him a cough. Like that's what he does. But this is all spiritual first, especially the viruses. That's why they say you can't treat them. You can treat a bacteria, you can give an antibiotic for that, but a virus got to run its course. See, the viruses, this is all spiritual first. They do this from the marine kingdom. They conjure it up and then they give it to people.
they got them viruses right out here in NIH in Rockville, Maryland.
The computer make them. He
It's,
literally said AI gonna be making viruses. They just compute it in. Do do
they
do.
already have patents on every virus.
Mhm.
There. So it ain't no such thing. And that's another thing. For somebody to just play us stupid like that. Tell us, oh yeah, it's gonna be a new virus in 6 months. How you know? And don't nobody ask.
Well, how and it never goes how they expect. Like I am part of a medic. I'm a part of a lot of teams. Like it is a team. We a trap team, but we are part of. It's a team that literally has a lot of intel, not just from medical, but from also like governmental intel. But it's and we're trying to help the world. But there's a lot of things that they have wanted to have happen and release that is just not working because this biotechnology stuff, this has crossed over to the spirit realm. You might as well say bio spiritual. Technology is spiritual. There's a technology god and all of that. That's the Atlantis marine kingdom. So all of our technology, that new stuff comes from the marine kingdom. But when they give these things, anything they give is a decay. Like all of their particles, people can look up decay particles, and it's a whole trail that can go with that. But all of this radiation, radium, black goo, all of that stuff is decaying particles. But that's things that are toxic to humans because it comes from the kingdom of darkness. Also affiliated with the narcissist because the narcissist is full of this stuff that's in them. They're the breeders.
Yeah, but
Another
I'm
reason
saying
why you
we
can't
should
stay with the narcissist. They're toxic because they produce these toxic chemicals.
okay. And,
see,
and guess what? And they come right to us on TV,
Yeah,
on social media, and tell us what's getting ready to happen, how it's gonna happen.
because they
And
playing
then we sit there like sheep and say, what?
with
What? No, no. And I'm saying, how do you do that? How do you know? First of all,
That's the right question.
how they every year we got a new something, some type of new disease.
Yeah.
It come from Mars or Pluto or something, and then they start telling us that oh, it came from a bat cave over in China somewhere. The bat bit the pig. A bat
Always China.
pig. Y'all hear that? A bat bit a pig. Bats don't bite nothing but very small insects, fleas and stuff like that. They don't even bite a fat tick. A bat bit a pig. Pig bit the Chinaman, and the Chinaman sneezed, and everybody in his village caught it, and then somebody came over to the rest of the world and spread it out to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
That's how ridiculous.
Yeah.
How ridiculous. I'm telling y'all that hold up, and that other virus. Y'all remember the one, the AIDS? Y'all remember what they said about that? Who remember? Who in the chat?
Monkeys
First of all,
running.
shout out to Ray for the super chat. Thanks for the super chat, Ray. Appreciate the love. Who in the chat remembers the lie they told us when the HIV virus came out? Huh? Y'all remember that? That one came from Africa, and they said an African was doing it to a monkey.
Yeah.
That's how that virus came about. He did it to a monkey, then he did it to a woman.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how crazy you gotta be.
You gotta be crazy.
This foolishness out here, man. No,
Well,
it's
the rats is bringing a new one. That somehow the rats came over and they got the new virus. So I was like, well, do they go for the guinea pigs too? Because I got some guinea pigs. They
man,
just make this stuff up, man.
listen, you got to be smoking something real strong to believe some of this foolishness that they telling us over here about how the pig and the bat disease and then the monkey disease and
Yeah.
everything got a disease, but we got a patent to that. How did you get the patent to it though?
It's all a design because, like I said, it's these pharmaceutical companies that's behind all of this. If you think about it, the shots and stuff that they give you, they injecting you with the same virus that's saying it's gonna kill you. All you need is a strong immune system to fight
Mm-hmm.
this stuff.
There
That's
you
all
go.
because when they inject it in you, that's your immune system doing the work to fight the virus that they just
Mhm.
injected in you. And
That's right.
tell it to us.
Right.
They
People say
have it
real
where
true.
our doctors are putting it in our heads that we need this, and then the schools are telling us our kids need their shots in order to attend school. So
Come
it's like it's being forced on us whether we want it or not. And so now we have to get all of these viruses injected in us so people could get rich off of it, and they don't care if we live or die. Because think about it, they tell you to get the flu shot and people still get the flu, and then their excuse is, oh, it's not as bad as it would be if you didn't get it. But who wants the flu? Who wants to be sick? Why am I
You
taking
want
a
to put
shot and I'm still
penises
going
in
to get
people's
sick?
body. Yeah, because they whole plan is not, it's just for wickedness. Like they have wickedness in the stuff. So if you have wickedness in there, and that's what black goo is. You have wickedness like demonic DNA. They did the Harvard study, captured it, they made it in some DNA, put it in there. So if you do that, their goal is to sear out the moral compass, like your conscience from right and wrong. Because the more wicked you are, then the more that these demonic entities that have surfaced now, we see them in the narcs. The narcs abandon themselves. They act that evil
man.
naturally because they gave themselves to the devil. They want everybody that's human to be like the narcissist. And that takes getting rid of your moral conscience being spiritually dead. If you spiritually dead, but you still got a soul, then their demon entity can come up from the underworld and hijack your body, and you can be a zombie. That's what they need. That's what they want. That's the end game.
Let me
That's the whole end game. That's the elites. They work for the devil. They trying to get their brothers and sisters a body. That's it.
hey, that's what they do. But you know, I just want this. I just want to know this. Doctor, doctors out there, in Beyonce's internet. I just want to know how they were able to convince us to be able to always medicate us, to be able to medicate us like medication is so scientific and it's something brand new, something they invented, a cure to a disease that you created. Medicine is simply herbs.
Yeah.
Medicine is herbs. It's the exact same thing, and we sitting right here like, wow, man, guys, it's. I'm gonna tell you, that's what happens to you when you get older. You start seeing stuff like that, like, wow, what's in that aspirin that don't come out the plant, that don't come out this earth? Huh?
Yeah.
Nothing. It came out the earth. But guess what? They can't tell you that. Can't
It's
tell you.
a deal to it.
Seem like, no, this aspirin is scientific. It's scientific, and we had to invent this to cure you, that headache you got. That headache you got, we had to cure you. Rockwell, thanks for the super chat. Rockwell said, how do you get over being blamed for everything wrong in the Narc test? Everything wrong is my fault, but it's all lies. I called out the BS and filed 2 times. Well, Rockwell, I'm going to tell you. Since you asked, I'm going to tell you. You just want to get over all them lies. Now, this ain't just that easy to do, though. Because, we naturally, they know in the first place that you're going to defend yourself against a lie. See,
Yeah.
you already know that. They already 10 steps ahead of you. Okay? 10 steps ahead of you. They like, look at you. You done worked all your life for your reputation.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way you about to let me sit here and lie on you and tell all these people you the one cheating. It wasn't me. Nah, I know I'm dating somebody who claimed to be a friend of the family, but Rockwell was the one who was cheating. She was cheating on me. Y'all just don't know what Rockwell like behind closed doors. Y'all just don't know. I'm telling y'all, and Rockwell, he been doing this the whole time. I know you might think that it didn't happen to the end. No, no. You've been set up for this the whole time you was there.
First time
Yeah.
she said no.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
First time she said no, her name was being smeared.
Yeah.
You said no. No, 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 no. You better get that back together. Cause nah, you ain't coming in here and saying no and think you ain't gonna be punished for it. You want to, well, the original question is, how did you get over being blamed for this lie? First of all, that's a part of what a narc does to you, and not just your nervous system, but it's a part of what the narc did to you the whole time that y'all were together to pull you apart. And the object of this is to make sure that you do not trust your own decisions. You
Yeah.
don't trust who you are. You don't trust your own truth. That's what this question really is about. I know it looks like you got to defend yourself against what this dude telling everybody. But see, what I want to introduce you to tonight is that we already know that dude he been at your girlfriend, whatever this family friend, he
Yeah.
her. And everybody in the family that's worth $2, just two, see right through the whole situation.
Oh yeah.
You gonna look show enough crazy. You hear me? You
Mm-hmm.
show enough crazy. You walk around trying to defend that mess. Everybody who got their mind made up about what you are, people, listen, you've been living your whole life the same way. The people who know you solid, they know you solid.
Yeah.
They're not going to change that up on you. They not just gonna run to you, ask you about it today. And if somebody asks you about it, then you let them know. But if don't nobody ask you about it, let them jokers think what they want because they already think what they want. They
Yeah.
don't draw a conclusion about you. And whatever, and how's he gonna bring y'all start dating somebody that's a friend of the family? How he gonna just start dating that person and not smear your name? How he gonna introduce her to everybody? Hey, look,
Right.
Aunt Louise. Yeah, yeah, me and yeah, next door neighbor. We it just happened to go down. Like I know y'all think that we was together, but nah. It just look. I was at the coffee shop the other day, and she was going to get her tire fixed, and we saw each other, and we got to talking, and next thing I know, we ain't had no clothes on, and that's how everything got started. But it wasn't like that. It was not dating this woman while I was married. That was not that's wasn't happening.
It
And
was good.
Rockwell is the one. She was the one out there cheating because you better believe everything he did to you, he gonna say you
They
did.
gonna say that mental illness. They love to say that because I try to work with them. She's mentally ill. They're mentally unstable. They even tell it to their
I'm so
unstable
cool.
relatives that know they're unstable. Like they know
Yeah.
that you
But
grew up with this demonic person. But when you're dealing with a group of entities that the enemy has plotted in your circle, in your world, they're all going to turn against you because they're all on the same assignment. You're the target, destroy you, destroy your bloodline. They already got them. So the way you get over getting blamed, you get out of it. Get away from them, get far away from them. Block everybody that's associated with them. The mama, the grandma, the sister, the brother, all of them. Block them. You might even have to block some of their kids. I mean, you just got to do what you got to do because they're not going to be in your best interest. They're in the best interest of the narc. And that's it because they're all on that demonic programming. They all in that Babylonian system. Whoever the mother witch is, she got all of them in a palm of her hand. That's it. So they're not your
yeah.
friend. Even your family, block the ones that's acting like that. Block, 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 block. I had to do some of that just to have a peace of mind. Find out who for you and against you, and move by deuces. Like you got to remove yourself because you're not going to convince anybody that's in that narcosphere that was involved in that anything different of the narrative. They want to be deceived because they like hearing dumb, dark stuff. They're on the
Yeah.
dark web.
But let me add this too. Their favorite is not just calling you crazy. They favorite to explain your behavior because in the beginning they run to their family and be like, "Oh, I think I'm at the love of my life. Oh, this is my wife. This is this." So as you start changing and you start telling them no, their favorite thing to call you is bipolar. What are bipolar people? They flip flop the
Crazy.
ideas. And so that's why they call you bipolar and start telling their family this. What we don't understand too is we go with them and be around their family and they be in that back room talking about us. They be leaving us in there with people knowing we don't like them and they don't like us. They go back there and they talk about us and they be whispering stuff like, I don't know why she following me. I wanted to come see my family, but she want to come over here with me the whole time. They told you to come over there. It's like you drowning them, you smothering them, everything. They telling their family and friends all of this. They giving them the cue to join in to abuse you. That's
Yeah,
why they smear. They need their help. That's the purpose of the smear campaign because narcs can't do it alone. They need a pack. They need a group.
mhm,
So they have to smear you so that their family and friends can start abusing you. The only way I'm gonna tell you this, how to get over the lies and being the blame for everything is to get comfortable being the villain.
yeah.
Uh-oh. You gonna be the
That
villain.
was powerful right there.
Villain.
Thank you.
Kind of term.
And if anybody cool with a narcissist, please don't join in. Because if they bashing somebody, especially if that person is a child of God, it literally say in the Bible, like every tongue that rises up against you, God gonna condemn. He gonna fight that battle. He do not play. Okay, he do not play. You need to reread some things because it's some lands that's desolate because of him. So he don't really be playing like that. He is a very just guy. He's very merciful, but he mentioned all throughout, you go so far, you do so much. It's not even that he's the one that just be like, boom. He just lifts his hand. All right. The ones that they serve are the ones that destroy them. They got a destroyer in the midst over there. They got that angel of death. They rocking with that stuff. You got all the marine kingdoms. Like all of these different beings do things. They have a function. And what God does is he just remove his protection ain't there. And so they go through their own little harvest that they done sowed these little rotten black seeds with. But people have to stay out of it. If a narcissist around you, stay out of that, and you will see it. Like if it's a relative, I have relatives that are narcissists. When they want to talk about whoever, I'm not joining in. I don't care if they don't like me or whatever. I'm not joining in because you don't want to be a partaker of nothing that the narcissist is doing.
And
Every them,
their favorite when they come into your life is, I don't like drama, but be the main ones to bring that drama and that chaos to your life. They don't like gossiping people, but they messy as heck. They
mhm,
everything they say they hate. So anybody coming to your life telling you they don't like gossip, they don't like cheating, they don't like, run. Those are your red flags, and they are telling
Watch
you
out.
exactly what they're about to
yes,
do to you.
Better watch out, buddy, because
What's understood don't need to be said.
whoa, whoa.
and that frequency will drop. You'll get hit with the frequency weapon. You'll be like, oh my gosh, my head hurt. I don't know why. It'll just be like, yeah, look at them. You think they da da da. I mean, it's always sound like a mumble and that's why I see why God couldn't stand murmuring and complaining. That frequency, he was like, everybody dying. Y'all done.
And
Okay. Whole generation. I can't take it no more.
it's hard to deal with because you got, that is, alone in itself is something hard to deal with. If somebody is lying on you, when somebody lies on your name, they know that if I can't pull some negativity, if I can't pull you back down to my level, you hear me? If I when I find that I can't pull you any other way, so now let me just lie on you like I've been doing the whole time. But I'm gonna make the lie bigger. Cause you coming down here on this low vibrational turf. Listen, a narc ain't never, listen, the narc ain't ever. You can't remember a time where y'all had a dispute or debate and it was high vibrational. It was of your higher self, and it was something a disagreement in integrity. No, you've never had that with them, and you're looking for that to happen now. You're looking for that to happen because when they leave out, they swear that they are above all this pettiness.
Oh yeah.
That ain't even me. So you got the wrong one in the first place. I don't even
Mhm.
like that. That's you. If any, that's I don't let my I let you go before I'm gonna do all that. Ain't nobody cheating. If I before I cheat, man, I'm gonna get out of the relationship. Before I cheat, what I'm gonna lie to you for? What I got?
This is toxic. This is toxic. Just
You
keep.
ain't nobody to lose. You ain't nobody to be afraid of. What I got to lie to you for? This is the kind of psychology that they're going to use on you. I
Yeah.
ain't gotta lie to you. You
Hmm.
want nobody steal from you? You ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
And everything they
Yeah.
say, jealous of you. Jealous of what?
Yeah.
Stop. Everything around you, they jealous of.
Yeah.
See?
Jealous because they jealous because people see you. and people see them. So you can put a narcissist, you can put one of these monsters in the most expensive car, the most expensive home, and money falling out their pockets. All people gonna look at them like is that's a jerk. That's somebody that I don't care what they got, I wouldn't want to be with that person.
Yeah.
Anybody in their right mind, remember you wasn't in your right mind when you was with that person.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's the one of the those are the things that are difficult to learn. That yeah, I wasn't in my right mind. Because if I was in my right mind, what would make me attracted to that? Why
And you know,
am I attracted to somebody like that right there if I'm in my right mind?
you
After
know
that
what,
incident,
yo, it's so funny. The ones that trip me out is the broke ones. They always got something to say and downplaying everything you have. They broke, bummy, shoes busted, and they tell you you broke. And I don't care what you have. You can have a 2026, and they still gonna tell you that ain't nothing. It's the
That ain't
broke ones for
nothing.
me. I tell
this
you,
That
it's the
one
broke
about
ones.
incident was like, oh, I guess they give it everybody a car. Really?
ain't nothing. Whatever you got, it ain't nothing.
Nope.
It ain't nothing. So what? I'm still on the bus. So what?
Mm-mm.
Catch the bus. What? I'm
I want to catch the bus. I'm
they're gonna
oh
make a joke
my
out
God,
of it.
this
I'd
church.
rather be on the bus than drive that wreck over there. That's ugly.
Hmm.
What made you get that color though?
Oh my gosh.
Really gonna rip you in half because they gonna be like, well, what made you get that color? No matter what you do, I don't care how big, whatever you achieve, it ain't nothing to them. To
And
them,
they so mad.
you
You
ain't
think you perfect? So you think you perfect because you got that job? Anybody could have got that job if they would have went to school like that. Oh, okay, well, why didn't you do it? You know, it's like it's always that stuff. But because you are so much in Delulu, you have went so below anybody's standard, not even just your own standard, but the world standard. With that stuff, you didn't want to got the scab of the scab, and you went so low that once you out people who care, you will see who care about you. Because my
Yeah.
dad calls me every day, and he like, I'm just checking to make sure you okay. He was like,
man.
saying
You
that decision
know,
that you made,
and
I
that,
got to check on you every day.
no, there's times in everybody's life where you do need people to, you know, you do need some people around you to help you figure this craziness out because that's what it's all about. You did not get any closure from that crut ball. None.
No,
You did not get any closure. And see, your mind, the way our minds work, your mind gotta have that answer. It has to have that answer. It has to, in order for your mind to close that door, it needs that closure. That's why narcs don't give you the closure. You ain't getting that. You might leave, but you will not get closure because they know if I give you closure, I ain't gonna never get back in there and be able to dog you again. But as long as I keep my foot in the door, there's a possibility that one day you get to feeling sorry and you let me back in that door. I'm gonna show
Yeah.
slam you when you let me back in that door
And
because
they don't
that's who they are.
and they don't care what they did to you. They always feel like they can come back. They're
Oh,
not going to give you that closure. Even, going through what I'm going through with this SA case and stuff. This dude called me a week later from a fake number. They still feel like they can have the access to you. And he had his hearing yesterday, his arraignment, and he pled not guilty, waived his right to a speedy trial because he wants to drag this out. So when the advocate told me, I said, "Oh, so basically he's just doing this to try to torture me." She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, it's not going to work because I mean, I don't really have to have anything to do with the case, even though I'm the victim. When the state take it over, the state is the victim. I'm just a witness." So, I mean,
hey,
I don't have to deal with this case until then. So he can drag it out, do whatever the hell he wants. But he gonna get his karma for what he did.
hey, he's already getting it though, China. He's already getting it every day. Cause he's sitting on the sideline outside tree boxing, trying to figure out what you doing, who you with, how you gonna just go forward in your life after I done came over here and acted like an absolute fool.
Yep.
So that's so what
What
that's
a narrative.
and you
I'm
going
falsely accused because I try to help somebody. This is what happened when you try to help people. You get falsely accused. That
yeah,
was some stuff, and it's like some things because of the trauma that has been. The trauma was so detrimental. Some things trigger you. Like in the anybody going to court, like with you in court, you have to really train yourself and check that because even be in the comments, like I can just not look at somebody like, okay, don't even look straight at the judge, not mention it. But it was just something about like being falsely accused because of all the healing that had to even happen after being choked. I just had, man, you a bold faced lie, like falsely accused. Like you you know 100% what you did. Like be honest. I need you to tell the truth. And that right there would kind of it can kind of make it look bad in court, even though they kind of understand. Like they'll just say, we're not here for that. But they tell some lies is like to the jugular.
See,
That is a jugular one. Like, I'm being falsely accused. I'm this. When they know what they did and the trauma, you might have a trauma reaction. So I had a trauma reaction. Like, man, you a bold faced lie. It's sometimes it's just hard to just listen.
man,
yeah, but you know what? I got one of the top prosecutors, and the deck is stacked against him because I'm not one of them stupid. I'm not going to say stupid. I'm not one of them type of victims where I ran straight to the police. I got my evidence, and I knew not to shower for those days. And when I got everything that I needed, I went to the police the next day with recordings and all. So he doesn't even know that this stuff exists. So I mean, I watched enough TV, and he's still saying he's being falsely accused. He don't know what the evidence again is against him. They're gonna always yell that. So I mean, even though he don't have a record, he's trying to use that too. But the detective said he could tell he's a manipulator. I said he is. People can see through that.
hey,
So I mean, the judicial system is catching on, even though they may not point it out as narcissism, but they definitely point out the behavior because they can see it now.
and the thing is, you got to look at too is that dude. People who do stuff like this.
That's what they do.
This ain't the first time they done had a brush with the law.
Right.
Oh, they have a history.
Or they didn't violated somebody. This is what they do. That's how they sadistic.
And listen, y'all, 'cause y'all don't want to see a rap sheet. Y'all ain't ready for a real rap sheet.
Mm-mm.
You because you would not believe it. But at the end of the day, y'all, I mean, for real, man, everything that we think that they're somewhere doing the right thing, you only think that way because that's who you are. Because that's what you would be doing. If you were out with somebody else, at that point, you're like, look, I don't even have no desire for this other person anymore. I've moved on with my life. And you assume, and you know what you do when you assume. You assume that that's how they are, that they somewhere doing right. Man, listen, anytime that you start thinking that the narc somewhere treating somebody right, doing the right thing, they stop lying, they stop cheating, they stop repeating. Just go in the bathroom, look in the mirror, and slap yourself. Go in the bathroom, look in the mirror, and slap yourself. Because what you're not gonna do, what you're not gonna do is sit there because I tell people this all the time. The only place that the narc is treating somebody right is in your crazy mind. They not treating nobody right nowhere else. In your head, though, in your head, you're like, nah, they ain't no way they do. And this is the thing that
They bringing flowers. They going on walks.
you really be
They
believing
intimate every day.
really somewhere treating this person and they just loving and doting on this person and they just doing the right thing and saying all the right words. You must be crazy if you think something like if you think they stop being a snake. Listen, y'all. I know that you be thinking that because you be like, well, they still together. Why they still together? Cause I'm gonna let me tell you. Let me tell you why they still together. You know why they still together? And it's gonna hurt some of y'all feelings a little bit. Because this was once us. Remember, this was once you. They still with that other person because that other person is their turn to be the superhero.
Yeah.
When you met the narc introduced you to a world that you were not accustomed to. They introduced you to your superpowers, and you got to be Superman or Superwoman. You get to save somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to save somebody. You get to be the one that comes to the table and you share your stuff with them and you help build them up. Mentally, you help build
Take a
that
shower
person
every day. Here, babe. I get to take a shower every day.
you were their motivational speaker. You were that
Mm-hmm.
person that had always had something positive to say about that sorry rat trap, that no good, dirty, trifling, cruddy bum. You the only one that refused to see that lizard for what it was. You absolutely refused it because they let you be a superhero. I get to be a superhero.
Yep.
This. I'm about to go home and look, my baby need me. My baby need me, baby. I got
Figure out the little things like, yeah, you
it.
got your driver's license.
And then you get to make all them quotes. Yeah, a family that prays together stays together. And I'm gonna be your rock, baby. I'm gonna be your rock. I'm gonna be this. We gonna do that. And then and the whole time you not even paying attention. This ain't the you've been hoodwinked. Every time something go wrong, you the savior. And now you tired of being a superhero. You're like, hey, babe, when you gonna be the superhero?
Mm-mm-mm.
I've been the superhero this whole time. When it's gonna be your turn? And now they're looking at you like, oh man, here you go.
You
But
know,
you trying to get me to work full time? I
You trying to get
can't
me?
work full time.
No, you the superhero. I'm the villain. I'm the villain. You Batman. I'm the penguin. Hey, I'm the penguin. I don't do nothing but tear Gotham City up. You Batman. You the one supposed to fix it. And now you feeling some type of way. You really feeling some type of way because you sitting there saying, wow, it ain't never gonna be my turn to be Batman. It ain't gonna never be my turn to be the Joker or the Riddler or somebody. Y'all ever notice when you watch these movies, when we watch these little cartoons and shows, Batman and Robin are the only characters that are the good character. But they got the Joker, the Riddler, the Penguin, the Iceman. They got 100 villains. That's the narcissist. Every
Yep.
Superman, every day I come home from school to watch Superman, Superman had a different kind of monster he was fighting every single day. The narcissist gets to be any kind of monster they want to be. But
but
Yep.
you got to be the same old Superman every day.
but
God,
you know what, Harry-O? The
hmm?
reason why we took that upon ourselves to want to be the superhero because we tried to figure out why they had an attitude because they wouldn't tell us why they had this attitude, so we're thinking maybe it's because of this, so I'll fix this, or maybe because it's that, So I'll fix that. Just like I thought this man didn't, was tired of working. So I'm like, hey, I want to save up money. I want to start a business.
See,
And,
see, see how you fix it? Every time you break it, you
Yeah.
you was in the house. I'm gonna fix this, baby. No, 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 no. I know when you get home, you want this house clean. You want to put the house
And all of it
for
is
me.
in your imagination. Like you spend so much time in Fantasy Island, the Lululand, that everything is a thought or a perception. That's the only way the devil keep these people in position for so long is because he hijack your thoughts and your fantasy and your imaginations. That's one realm he got. That's in Genesis. It said our imaginations are wicked from youth. So that's what the enemy capitalized on. He built strongholds in there. So he got a fantasy of what could be. This
Mm,
could be a really good marriage. Okay, okay, we can just do this. You fixable. Get you some clothes, get you some teeth, put on, get you some powder or something with the scents, get you some fungal cream, all of that stuff. So your toenails ain't falling off every time we go somewhere. All of that,
mm-hmm.
get that together and just like maybe get the lighting a little different. This can work. That's what you do. But
That's how
it's
I see
in
it.
an imagination. It's not like you dealing with somebody that will steal $20 from their mama and put them in a nursing home if they
What?
could.
They will slap their mama for $7. No, I'm gonna need
But
this.
you'll give me $2 if I do it too.
You in your
Okay.
face. If you give me the $7, I'm gonna bust you in your face. That's what you do.
you
Okay.
know,
We forget
I learned this
how
too.
we found him.
I had learned this, the ones who are that way because they have been brokenhearted by somebody, when they were younger or whatever. That person is the person who has their heart. That will be the one who got away. That person that broke their heart. In their heads, in their sick heads, anybody after that person, they treat like a side chick because that's what you are to them, because you're not who they want. You are a placeholder because they really in their delusional head think that they're gonna get that person back that broke their heart. I learned this from that guy, that his heart was with the woman who broke it, and everybody he dealt with after, he treated them like a side chick, and always said that if it's anybody who had his heart, would be that woman. So if y'all run into a man that's going through a situation like that, leave it alone, because you're nothing more than a side chick and a placeholder, because in his delusional head someday, because they don't give closure, so someday, one day, he have in his head that he's going to get that person back. That's why they hoover 20, 30 years later, because they want to go back to that person. I mean, they're
And if they
never
ever
happy.
talk to
They're,
that person probably be like, man, they was horrible. They were
yeah,
horrible. Because I know my first, that was, I guess, the high school sweetheart thing. They
Hold
were
on.
horrible.
Hold it. I want to know in the chat. Did y'all ever get a reference of your ex having a great relationship that was solid and they were trustworthy and they didn't steal, they didn't cheat, and they didn't lie? Does anybody have such story to tell before we get out of here tonight? Anyone?
My ex said his first wife, he was like, she tried to kill me. But I was so nice to her. I did all of this. She was like, he the devil. He tried to, she was like, he was trying to punch the baby out because she had when she was pregnant. She was like, he took me through hell. But she did say, I did tell him I would never be in love with him. We was on drugs. Like, she said we both was on drugs. He was running drugs across the country. Like he went to prison. They was only married about a good year or two. Then he was in prison the rest of the time. She divorced him in prison. She was like, please don't. He wrote it in the book. I was so in love once and my heart got broke and then I just didn't want to live. And then I finally met somebody in prison and they said the words, Jesus loves you. And I'm like, oh, that was a sign to live. Like this stuff is like knowing him, like this is something that was probably somebody else's story. And he just make this up
and
and
that's what they
plagiarize it.
do. That's
Mm.
what they do.
An
They,
inmate probably left one of their letters and he like, ooh, This will make a good book. Let me put
We
that.
need to do a show one day on the mind games they play because I definitely want to get into those tactics and stuff too.
Yeah,
Because these people are diabolical with these mind games and this hot and cold. Man,
Nope,
we got to talk
that's
about
all it
that.
is. That's exactly what it is. Maybe we
and
do
he doing therapy and counseling. I feel sorry for people.
that next.
Dude, they gonna be seeing all kind of stuff if
Game,
they ain't hearing and seeing stuff after that session.
the game and the player. But look here, y'all. Before we get up out of here, you know, MIC, see you soon. KEY, Peach,
That's
China.
Mickey Mouse. That's
Give them some good news. Give them some good news for the weekend. They could something they could think, something to ponder on. Give them
so.
some.
My good news would be it is Passover. Let this thing pass over, okay? Because they got the angel of death rocking with them. And you wanted to just pass over you. Just let this be a new beginning altogether. Like, I'm really, like, telling God, like, this is just a fresh, flush out start. Evaluate your life as far as who should be in it and who need to be removed because it's probably a lot of people that are still hanging around these little tethers that need to be cut off so that you can heal and properly and you don't have to hear about what the narcissist doing because that stuff those are like little setbacks that can happen if it's still like some wounds there, and a lot of times these people have traumatized you so much it literally take years to heal from their wounds. Like I didn't realize I would have been a little trigger. It didn't last more than 24 hours, thank God. But still, I wanted no trigger or no emotion. But sometimes the trauma is so deep that you might still have that. So don't be disappointed or beat yourself up or anything if you react because you're human. Just understand like if you have people to reach out to your safe lines. Don't engage with the narc and definitely don't go back to them. But let this pass over. Cut out people. Don't explain yourself. If they believe a lie, let them because they want to believe it. It's so many deluded people in this world now. It's just ridiculous. But stay with the wise people. Find people that have like mindedness, and you will grow. You'll be healed. You'll be whole. It's just a lot of people that like negativity. But once you get on that vibration, it does something to you physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, all of that. So you just want to make sure you don't go down, but go up. Like always be growing. When people come to you like, hey, guess what I seen? I don't want to hear that. That sound I don't want to hear it. Cut them off, block. That's it. You know where they stand. And just stay on your journey. And after time, the narc will be a faded memory, a good book to write, a comedy, hopefully comedy. And you'll be whole. Like you don't need that. God got so many great plans, great things in each and every one of us that He wants to birth in these end times. And all of that other stuff, the narc had to go. It was not a discard, it was a rescue. We need to reframe the terminology. We got to change it because we got rescued from that stuff. They didn't discard us. You can't discard God's treasure. God pulled us out of it.
Mm,
That's what I'm with. That
beautiful,
part right there.
beautiful, beautifully put,
Yes.
eloquently put. Talk
But
to him.
I'm gonna
Tell
I'm
him.
gonna leave you guys with this. I'm not gonna talk about these psychopaths. I want to talk about us. I'm going to give y'all my good news. My good news is I did win my election on April 1st. So, yes, I am officially an elected official. And my sworn in date is March 19th. I mean, God, May 19th. So I will be sworn into office on that date. So I'm saying this to say that, you know, blessings that God sent to you, the devil cannot close a door on.
Mm-mm.
See, when when they left our lives, they tried to close the door to our blessings. But what they don't understand was they closed the door to their own.
Mm-hmm.
because God opened that door for us that was meant for us. But He had to remove these people out of our lives because we were their blessing, they wasn't ours. And once they closed the door on their blessing, God steered us in the path to our own. So I just want you guys to pursue your dreams. If it's to go back to school, do that. If it's to, get into politics, do that. See, I can sit here and claim Democrat all day long, but I'm for the people more than I am for a party. And I ran for office because I want to help people. And so that's why I'm doing this. When I was at that dinner today, I'm talking to senators. Hey, I want to meet up with you because I want to help the less fortunate. We need to get together. They like, I'm going to clear some time on my calendar in May for you. And one of them told me I'm going to be at your swearing in. So, I mean, I'm talking to these people, trying to get some laws passed on domestic violence, on helping the poor. That's my goal. I'm with a party, but I'm for everybody, whether
Come on.
you love me or not, because everything that I do is going to help everybody, no matter what party you are in. So I want you guys to pursue your dreams. I never thought I would be into this. I didn't see this for me. So, I mean, you never know what your path is. Dabble in everything till you find your niche. But like I said, they tried to destroy this by every angle. Social media, posting stuff on me, posting stuff old like it was new. The protective order that she had years ago tried to make it seem like it was current. That party looked at that and said, thank God we're a party of second chances. We ain't trying to see that. We ain't trying to hear that. We have a goal to accomplish. We have a felon in the White House. So, I mean, and she want us to look at a protective order. Come on, let's be real. So sometimes it is best to stay silent because these people will work behind closed doors to try to destroy you. And that smear campaign is diabolical because you wouldn't even know it's out there. So whatever you do, move in silence, because these people definitely move in silence when they leave you, when they try to destroy your life, when they do that smear campaign. Find your niche, stay quiet until the job is done, and then share. Give they ass a, I'm sorry, give them a movie to watch when you post it on social media. Give them, because they always watch it. Give them something to see and make sure it's a hell of a movie.
Goodness.
Yeah.
You're,
Well said.
you're an official politician.
Yes.
Yay.
We want to congratulate you. Show enough, man.
Thank you.
That is absolutely incredible.
It is.
19. You see what my calendar looking like. I'm gonna have to keep out there. Yeah. This one. This little child from over at 57th Street.
And Keisha, your postcard is coming for donating. We're working on that. We're going to start writing them out on Monday. We're
Mm,
going to meet at Panera Bread and start signing them and everything. So yours is coming.
Yay.
my,
I'm so happy for you.
my.
Woo!
Y'all
Yo,
on here with some.
I got family in Chicago. Help them, please. All throughout.
Y'all on here with some
I
good
will.
people. Hey, Gail M. Shout out to Gail M. Mwah. Thanks for that super chat, Gail. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know Friday night. We do what we do. We come in peace, to make peace, to give a peaceful space where there was nothing but chaos. Wasn't nothing but some show enough chaos. We want you to be able to relax. You ain't gotta wait. I want you in a place where you don't have to be so focused on that conversation that the narc ain't gonna let you have with them. You don't have to be so focused on how dirty and rotten they treat you. You don't have to sit back and wait for the closure anymore. My goal is to be able to help others in a way And I'm looking at everybody like I was you. What did I need to hear? What did I need to believe to get me out of this? What was it that I needed to believe? And I found that what I needed to believe more than anything, more than everything, was right there the entire time. And I did not want to believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't want to believe the truth. The truth is that I wasn't happy. The truth is I chose somebody that didn't choose me. The truth is I was there because I loved somebody. They was there because they couldn't get the one that they wanted. Ladies and gentlemen, life changes the moment you're able to address the truth. That saying, that Bible verse, the truth will make you free. The truth will make you free.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you put yourself in there with somebody that wasn't, and they weren't even on your level. They weren't even on your level. And you did everything humanly possible to make them feel comfortable, to make them feel like that they were on a higher level than they really were. You lied. You, you lied. Uh-huh. Yeah, you lied.
Yeah.
Cause you knew better. Cause you wanted everybody to think that what y'all had was nice. You wanted everybody to think what y'all had was special.
So it's real.
So you hid the truth. You hid it. You knew you was with somebody that wasn't about nothing. But you didn't want to believe that part. You wanted to believe that this facade that they showed you was real. This person they pretend to be every day with everybody else. See, we want to give that person some credit and say, well, no, they know how to get it together when they want to. No, they don't. No, they don't. You a lie. I learned that I was the biggest liar in the house because I knew better, and yet I still went home every single day and waited every single day to see if this fool was gonna be all right today. It was this thing gonna turn around today. Was this person gonna be a good person today? Was this person gonna not be a liar, a cheater, a thief, filled with jealousy and envy? So I lied to myself every single day. I sat there, I lied to myself and said, hey man, no, that ain't what's really in her heart. Good God, did y'all hear that lie that I said?
Yes.
I lied and said that devil ain't really, that ain't what's really in her heart. No, it's no way. In another again, I've lied. I've lied again. I have lied again. I said, I know I see how trifling and cruddy you are, but I don't believe I would pick somebody that trifling. I don't believe I would stay with somebody this cruddy. Would I? I wouldn't do that to myself, would I? Again, I have lied. because I did it to myself every single day. Because I had a choice. I had a choice every day. Look, man, either go ahead and cut this lie off. Go ahead and cut this lie off, or stay around for more abuse, more lies, more deception, more jealousy, more envy. Just stay in it. Stay in it. And keep lying whatever you do. Don't stop lying, because that is required of you if you going to be with the devil. It's required of you to be a liar. And you will cheat also, because you cheating your own self. You cheating you out of time on your life. You cheating you out of a wonderful relationship while you still living. You're cheating yourself. Every single day you cheating yourself out of peace, prosperity. You wondering, Lord, when you gonna help me? And the Lord is sitting there saying, man, okay, what I got is for you. It ain't for them.
Mm.
But your mind made up. Nah. I'm taking this crap ball with me. We staying in hell. Yeah. Yeah, that's how brazen we have become. If loving the devil is wrong, I'm not leaving hell. Y'all can leave hell. I'm not. No, we gonna fight and we gonna work this together. We gonna work this out. I'm gonna work. We gonna find a way. We have every solution to that. Oh man, catastrophe. Have the solution, and the solution ain't worked one time.
Mm.
You in the house talking to this garbage all night long about something they did. They won't even come on that soapbox and get it together. They won't even have an agreement just because they know it's gonna keep you up all night to be in disagreement in your home because you demand peace in your home. And we still sitting there looking at the truth every single day, but telling yourself another lie. Well, maybe they'll change. Well, maybe God will work on their heart. Well, maybe this and maybe that, and hopefully and
Mm.
prayerfully, and we go and I gotta just pray harder. And maybe I just maybe it's me. You lie to yourself to the point where you blame yourself. And you're blaming yourself, ladies and gentlemen. When you get to the point where you start blaming yourself, you start pointing the finger back at you. You pointing the finger back at you because the devil has taken all responsibility for the chaos. The devil has taken all responsibility for all the chaos, and you are in such a level of delusion. You're determined you're gonna take some of that chaos and blame it on you. You come in peace every single day, and yet every single night they got you arguing, got you crying, hollering, and screaming, and reevaluating your life decisions.
Yes.
Yeah.
And why? Why? What do you got? What do you get out of this besides a dirty, trifling, cruddy story to tell? That's it. That's all you walk away from this with. A bunch of bad news, a bad ending, a horrible story, a horrible cast. You need to get up in the theater and start throwing food at the daggone screen. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, they got us hemmed up. You got you hemmed up in something, man. You can't sleep at night. You feeling crazy. You can't brag about nothing. Damn, you can't can't brag about nothing good when you with that crut ball, man. Nothing. Everybody, you can't even go to work and talk to your little coworkers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, my baby good, brother. You out of that conversation. You
Yeah.
you hear the conversation, you just shut up because I can't brag about nothing about this bum.
Yeah.
Nothing. And then it because it's so painful.
Mm-hmm.
A lie. Now you gotta lie. Yeah, 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 yeah. My man, my folks, they was into that. You gotta lie. You gotta lie.
Sorry.
Why can't we live a life in truth and be happy? We gotta choose these. We gotta choose these situations. We gotta choose people in situations where it ain't no happy ending. It ain't no happy ending. I mean, it's just every single day, man. Every single day you doubting your own existence. You wonder, what did I do? What's happening here? Why am I going through this? These people, and I mean hating on you about nothing, anything. Just hater.
Yeah.
Just biggest hater. Your biggest hate, just sitting right there, just hating for nothing.
Nothing.
And you trying to do something for them. You trying to do something for them.
Right.
They're just sitting there feeling some type of way. And you're just like, don't, and you just won't see it. No, I'm not gonna see them for what they truly are. You know, I'm not gonna see them for what they truly are. I'm just gonna be this. I'm just gonna be that. And I'm saying, guys, at the end of the day, man, that's all you got. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got. All you got at the end of the day is a horror story.
Harry, I don't mean to
Man,
interrupt you.
Jackson, what
they do, China. Let them do what they do, man.
Now you talking about
Watch
some he
me.
about to drop a
Look,
bag
look,
on
look,
you.
look, look, look,
What
look.
is
They watching me. They watching me.
oh,
Listen. That's strict. That's what I'm talking about. We so tempted to address that low lifeness in people. We want it so look at them. Come on down here, man. You getting these people off track. You getting these people off track. You making them see something. You making people see something. Let's distract them. Come on, man. This ain't the first time we've been in here with
no,
stop, man.
so
Stop.
I don't like nobody trying to do no smear
Listen,
campaign in the
I
chat.
told y'all, I
you
told,
keep going.
I told y'all she still watch.
Man, you talking about he about to
Man,
drop a
how that
bag on
feel?
you?
How
I'm
that
like,
feel to sit back and how that feel had to sit back and just watch and
Oh my
just deal with it. How that feel? How that feel? Just you gotta just deal with it. Yeah, and she would listen to the radio show too. She listens to the radio show.
God.
Cause
y'all
I'm
don't know.
saying this, y'all. That's how you gotta treat a narc. You gotta make them watch you from a distance because they not invited to the table to talk to you no more. You don't get a conversation. Nah, nah. And if you pay for a session, you getting hung up on. If you do it again, you getting hung up on again.
Oh my god.
And I'm saying at the end of the day, y'all, that devil ain't gonna leave you alone,
No.
as you can see. That devil ain't gonna leave you alone. But it's real lonely over there, huh? That hell is hell is hot. Hell is really hot. And y'all, and listen, again, man, again, don't let them distract you. Don't get off your purpose because somebody got something reckless. Somebody got something to say about you, man. This Beyonce's internet. Stop. You think if everybody in the world liked me, that means I'm selling y'all something crazy. I'm selling a whole bunch of lies around this camp. Everybody ain't made to like you. You know what I'm saying? Some people just made they gotta watch. You know what I'm saying? They gotta watch. And some of us, you know, some of us, at the end of the day, we all work hard. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all that. That's what we're gonna leave it at. We all work extremely hard. Wherever you at in life, you work hard to get there. Okay? No matter where you at in life, in that destroyed relationship that you have, man, you got to work hard to get a relationship destroyed to that point. And it's hard. It's hard work doing that because your whole journey there, every single day, is filled with anxiety. It's filled with craziness. It's filled with all kinds of disrespect. So that's the hardest job that you ever gonna have is being around a bad, toxic relationship. That's the worst thing that you ever gonna have. Being around a toxic relationship, man. Because it's hard work. It's hard work keeping this foot on their neck like I'm gonna keep it. Because I'm not gonna stop. I can't stop. It ain't no way we gonna stop. Stop. When I see how much you love it. Oh man, that's fun. That was fun, man. That was fun. You gotta have a little fun with them. When the creeps come, you gotta have a little fun with them. But
But
look,
you know, I will always protect my mentor, and that's what Narc said
man,
about me.
listen,
Because
listen, listen. When you see somebody saying something crazy, y'all, I just want everybody to acknowledge this fool. Look
yeah,
at, look at the lie. Cause see, what you not gonna do is come in this chat and think you just gonna run that game on everybody. Everybody on the panel has seen this, sitting there looking at okay, here we go. Here we go. We already know who it is. Keep on doing what you're doing.
not the clown show
see,
Wednesday. I
but
think
that's what Narcs hate about me because they can't get that furious reaction. That one Narc hated me because he said when you hurt people, you do it sweet but mean. Because he wanted me to nope. Sit there so innocent.
Yeah, man. So again, man, at the end of the day, whew, boy, oh boy.
the thing is Passover. I'm trying to find my unleavened bread, whatever that is. I don't know. I'm
So
trying to figure
yeah,
it out.
and this is something I want you to think about too. This is all about I gotta offset your energy. I
Ah,
can't have
man.
you walking out,
Well, I mean,
can't have you walking out here feeling liberated. That's what the devil came to do. I can't have you feeling liberated nowhere. I can't have y'all feeling upbeat and seeing a solution. Y'all think these devils not watching?
Hmm.
Come on, man. No, they don't want you walking somewhere. They want you to think that, oh man, there's some crazy people that be coming in that chat. There it is. They in pain. They in pain because they life upside down, inside out. They can't figure it out. It's hopeless. And this dude on here telling us how bad it is every night. They tired of hearing it. I
Yeah,
told
they
you.
are. Yeah, because they only lasted 6 weeks with the love bomb now. That's why.
yeah.
They want you gone.
Oh my goodness, man. Yes, indeed.
But when God's presence be there, I mean, it's nothing can happen but a higher frequency because people getting set free. It's such a like healing anointing, a healing presence that come through this channel. Like people lives are being changed for the better. So there's nothing the enemy can throw. Yeah, they gonna do stuff. They gonna probably chant through little spells, whatever they do. But when God's power is there, nothing supersedes that. Like that's what narcs really don't understand is that you who gonna battle against God? Like that's a fight.
You know what though, and that's so true, Keisha. You better watch how you play with God's people, man. You already out there suffering enough. You come in the chat, but you don't want me to smile about my veneers. Stop. Hey, look, they feel incredible. Yes, indeed.
He said
Man,
Keisha needs to try to get all the child support she needs.
Oh
man.
God.
So again, man, again, y'all.
Why?
Remember, just remember this. Remember this. Anytime, anytime, every time that somebody breaking free from something, from one of them so-called strongholds, every time that devil coming.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Your
Oh
mind
yeah.
think that devil just gonna sit here and watch us walk through this and punch holes in a program like this all night, every Friday night,
Yeah.
and the devil ain't gonna say nothing? Come on now.
Yeah.
Come
And
on.
people wonder what narcs do in their off time.
Man,
They just
they are watching. They are
can I
watching.
destroy? What can I do?
Hmm?
They just do like who can I destroy? What can I do today to destroy somebody? I mean
Man,
that's just
listen, when you run out of ideas, they run out of places to go, they run out of things to do, people to see. When you can't run that game no more, life real y'all think narcs are doing okay. Y'all really be believing that.
Nope.
I'm sitting there telling y'all every single night, and I'm saying this. I know I tell y'all every single night they not doing good, and you still something in the back of your mind be telling you, nah, he tripping out. This joke over here doing all right. No, they not. I
No.
say they not.
They crashing out.
They not. They crashing out. Look at this joke in the chat, crashing out tonight. You don't know what he want to do. I love y'all, man. Listen, listen. Y'all think they're not. Y'all think they doing okay. They not doing okay. They are not doing okay. And all it's about is I gotta pull you into the pig pen with me. I gotta pull you into the pig pen with me. I gotta make you look like me.
Yeah.
That's what narcissism is all about, y'all. Again, they're never going to attack you from a high place because they're never going to be in a high place. It's always going to be some petty, stupid stuff because they stupid for real. It's always going to be something petty, low vibrational because they low lives. They ain't got no life. They ain't add no value to nobody. They walking around jealous, hurt, butt hurt,
with the diaper.
with a look a loaded diaper,
You know what that diaper means.
with a loaded diaper, just hurt, just butt hurt over anything. I
Yeah.
just talk. Y'all give me some attention, and that's how narcs are. That's why y'all be like, man, let's take them out of here. I be like, man, study them people, man. Just look at them. They'll show you your whole program if you just put that person in the place of where you at. Because it's hard to see your own situation, but when you're on the outside looking in, you can see what it looked like. And they show you everything. Is this energy coming from a good place? Do y'all think that energy came from somebody who's doing well
Mm-mm.
on any level? I'm
No,
just keeping it real because
no,
they not doing well. They sick and they want some company. They want somebody to come on down here to this low frequency with me and down talk people
yeah.
and talk about people that shop at Target and all type of stupid stuff. Anything, anything stupid. That's because it's all about distracting you. And guys, again, man, we get distracted, and you be up to 3 o'clock in the morning trying to get this fool to just act like with some little bit of respect. And all they wanted was to throw you off, keep you up. That's all.
It's like you said, you thought you was going to court with a normal person. With a normal person. When
That's
you realized that you was not dealing with a normal person.
that's the problem right there. We keep thinking they're like us. They are not. They are on the Narc's best day they ever had in their life. Wasn't even close to the worst day you had in your life. Their best day can't compare to your worst day. You talking about people who are nothing in life. They are nothing. If they don't have somebody else that they can control or manipulate, they are nothing. And they show us every chance they get an opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I give to you. Yo, we had a wonderful evening. We're gonna be back in here next week doing what we do as we do what we do. All right, y'all take
Yeah.
this on home with you and have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Cut these narcs off, man. No contact. It's killing them. Y'all get to see it. Y'all can see it right here. It's killing them. It's killing them. Just keep it. No contact. All right, ladies, thank y'all for coming out tonight, doing what you do. And we're gonna leave y'all the same way we came in here with nothing but love, peace, and
Right.
soul.
Bye,
Have
guys.
a good weekend.
You too. See you guys.